do, but I got a whole bunch of new dice. But speaking of dice, welcome to Dicefunctional, where a bunch of friends sit around and play some Dungeons and Dragons. We share a story with you, our wonderful audience. Thank you, everyone, so much for being here. We appreciate your presence. If this is your first time here, an extra special warm welcome to you. I'm really good at talking. I'm also really good at rolling, as you can tell on the screen. I'm absolutely fantastic. Yeah. It's just one of those days, and we're glad to have you here. If you do enjoy all of whatever this is going to end up being, I got some great news for you. First, if you like watching these types of games live, you can do so every Saturday at around 4 p.m. Eastern, twitch.tv/Dicefunctional. Hit us with a follow over there, so that way you know when we're live. We're live a couple other days a week doing video game stuff, other tabletop RPG stuff, and a whole bunch of stuff to come. So you're gonna want to follow over there. You know where else you're gonna want to check out? Especially if you're just saying, you know what, I need to break this down. There's so much Dicefunctional happening. I understand. Go on over to YouTube, search Dicefunctional, subscribe over there. Not only will you get all of these episodes like midweek the next week, but you can go back and watch all of the other 130 some episodes we have. That's right, there's 130 now. This is 137 sessions of this game. You're welcome. That's for you, beautiful audience member. That's a gift to you. You're very welcome. I hope you enjoy it. If you're one of those people that says, you know what, I don't like YouTube content, that's okay. I understand. But we have something else for you. Go to your favorite podcasting platform. Type in Dicefunctional. You'll find us there. All of the previous episodes of this are also in audio format, so that way when you're pretending that you're doing something constructive at work, you can be listening to us and doing something actually constructive instead. If you want more information about what we are doing, go ahead and follow us over on Twitter at Dicefunctional with an underscore at the end, or you can search Dicefunctional over there in the Google, and you can find our awesome website where you can find out more information about the players, about the characters, and everything else that we are doing. But that's all for announcements, because you didn't come here to just listen to me talk about things that we are going to be doing in the future. You came here to watch what we're going to be doing now. So with that said, Connor, take it away.
Where we last left our group of intrepid adventurers, they had just infiltrated the tower where that appears to be the headquarters of Aetirius, a nearly worldwide corporation that has become involved in many different events all around the world. But for the relevance of this group, they are also in possession of an individual whom the party needs to do away with. The group has infiltrated now fully, but in the process of this infiltration, the group split up. Ro and Gale split away to go and bring Opus, Ro's rifle, into a humanoid form. Dea got brought through a security checkpoint all on her own and began to steal some security identification papers, while the rest of the crew began to formulate plans and look at the rest of the floors, finding a man in a prison cell, 010, who appears to have a section of his head gouged out, almost melon baller style, with a bloody message that he appears to have written himself that simply says, "Where is he?" You all have begun to reconvene back over with Ro and Gale. Jill appears to be hiding, who are currently in the middle of a ritual trying to bring back Opus. Erudite has begun helping them. The rituals has been going for a little while now, and in the process of doing so, an Aetirius artificer has come through, and its pet, let's say, appears to be less than pleased with Gale, all things considered. The rest of the party then proceeded to abduct the artificer and then tie them up. But we now go back to the rest of the group, trying to continue the ritual and fight off the steel predator that artificer had with them. Everybody who is there, with the exception of Haru, who stayed behind to act as a lookout, please, would you be so kind as to roll initiative?
Let's do it. I gotta roll it in the
We are
program.
immediately going into combat.
Yep.
Do I have to do it in the program still?
Yes. Yep.
Yes, please.
The program doesn't like me though.
You
Sorry,
have
bud.
to set an active encounter.
Oh.
For the initiative, you have to roll in the program.
Connor.
Yep.
Yes, I know. Let me make it active. There we go.
Active.
No, that's not what I was chronoing for.
My armor
What's
is
up?
still not right. Oh my god.
Jill wants to know, do they put initiative in this since they aren't fighting?
Is it just telling me when I...
Yes, you're gonna go on initiative now. And instead of just being like, oh, you three do this, you're gonna be part of the initiative.
I always forget where initiative is here. Oh my god.
I need you to roll again for me because my initiative is still not at advantage.
Yep.
That's it.
For Berberian things.
Serbian.
Berbian things.
Again, there should
I've
be a
done
way
this-
to check that.
Okay, I got
There
it.
should be. I'll find it one of these days.
Gross.
Attributes, under your list of all the stuff, there's that special trace with the cog. Click that.
I'm all the way at the bottom of
then-
initiative. That sucks. Oh well.
Second entry
Oh.
feats advantage on initiative.
That's where that all is.
Yeah.
Did you find it?
Yeah.
Yep.
There's
Oh,
a
fuck.
lot of stuff
Cool,
in here.
dude. What?
This is only
Really?
like the fifth time I've said it.
Look, I forget a lot of things pretty quickly.
You met this
I know I
group,
found
Cody?
it once
Like,
before because
no one pays attention.
the dual
We all
wielder
don't-
thing
Got
is
it
in there
now.
too, but I don't.
I'm gonna be real honest with you, and this is to not sound rude. Jill and I completely zoned out. What is the thing you're talking about?
So there's a thing at the bottom of the page where you click on it for special traits and it has things.
Attributes tab.
Yeah, the attributes tab. It has like advantage on initiative, the jack of all trades. If somebody still has that, they can put that on there. You just click it and it adds it to all of the rolled things. There's lots of
You
stuff
already
in
jacked
there.
all trades, I didn't put on
Technically,
there.
I mean, roll still has that, and initiative is counted
It's-
in that.
It's put on it.
Yeah, just check.
And-
At some point I was in there.
Sorry, guys. I apologize. That sounded bad, but I'm
It
gonna
also
occasionally
has-
cough or sniffle or stuff like that. I don't sound great right now because I'm not feeling
Yep.
it.
It also has halfling lucky on racial traits, so it will just automatically reroll ones for you.
Really?
If you do it in the program.
But
I know that.
But see, I like the drama of when I roll a 1
Yeah.
and I go, "Whoa."
You also roll with real dice, so
Jill loves going. "Ugh."
you also
Or
roll with
just
real
a
dice, so
long
it doesn't matter.
Just the long silence, and then I go, I can
One.
reroll that.
I love
Okay.
the drama of going. Fuck.
And for reference for anybody watching, Haru is on the map, but is not actually here.
Put him outside. In the
Just so
rain.
Cody-
If I do that, Cody can't see.
I mean,
You're
I'll
like
move.
2%.
I'll
Haru
move
can't
off
see
to the
anyway.
side
What
here.
what
I'll
are you
move off
talking
to the
about?
side here, so that way, if you move a token over me, you don't have to hassle with trying to grab it.
That is fair. So, we're going to go to the top of the round first before Maddie. The Steel Predator lets out a faint, kind of high-pitched whining sound, and everything is... What?
You didn't re-roll my initiative.
Oh, why didn't it re-roll you?
I don't know.
Why didn't it?
I don't
Re-roll,
know.
It
bitch!
doesn't. If you're
There
already,
you go.
If you're already
Oh,
did it
in
twice.
the thing, it might not.
There we go. That's a good roll.
I like that roll. I'll take that one.
Okay, though.
Please and thank you.
The very top of the round, the Steel Predator, which has smashed its way through the barricade that Gale was putting up, faintly scans the room, and then you hear it put out a very high-pitched whining noise. And then everything stops for a second. And then from the nearby window, it smashes open as hundreds of these small drone-like creatures come flying through the window and then fly through another window out, smashing it outward. And you can hear from outside the construction workers screaming as a swarm smashes through the window. Anybody who is in the swarm, please make a dexterity saving throw.
Scale.
Who does that include?
I think think
that
it's
is
just
going
me.
to be just Gale.
That's
Yep.
a 13.
Everybody.
That is a 13.
Yes.
With advantage. From danger sense.
Oh, danger sense.
You're
dude.
right. I always forget.
Yeah, I was like,
Danger sense
that's
gives me
a
that.
remarkably low roll for Gale.
Ah, that's much better. That's an 18.
Okay, that's better.
That's better.
Don't worry about it.
Makes the roll.
That's 25 points of slashing damage instead of 50.
Okay.
As you manage to get down further away from this, but these drones just try to fly past you as fast as possible, whipping through you and leaving these large lancing cuts that go along your body.
Mm-hmm. Dodging.
That's top of the round. Next up, Gale.
Right. Now, I have a question.
Yes, sir.
Because this thing was just scanning and kind of looking around. It never looked right at me, did it?
No. You do not see eyes on this creature.
Right, but it didn't ever look right at me.
No.
Okay, so it's reasonably to assume that this thing is probably lacking in some senses at the moment, right?
It appears to be, if not necessarily using sight to sense you, probably using something else at its disposal that is not is like sight, but not exactly.
Okay. So here's what Gale's gonna do.
Okay.
Gale's gonna run. We're gonna start by moving. We're gonna run this way. And Gale is going to make as much noise as possible and give it one attack with a duo. While clattering, then Gale is going to, after making the attack, clatter the spear against the wall, continuing to make as much noise as possible as a distraction.
Okay. So you are making as much It didn't, Jolly. You are making as much noise as possible, and you kind of skirt away, and it does seem to still track you, but it's not paying attention to the noise you're making. It's not reacting to you knocking things over or bumping into other things. It's not reacting to that.
Okay.
It's paying attention to you and tracking you through some other means that you do not necessarily know what it is.
Okay.
But with that said, you're going to make an attack with that Adilo?
Yes.
Are you going to use the Far Spear
Far
attack?
Spear, yeah. We're going to use the Far Spear attack.
Erudite and Ro, through your moments of distraction, you watch as this teal and green portal appears behind the Steel Predator, and one appears near Gale, a much smaller one, and Gale lunges forward with the spear, and then it comes out through the portal behind the Steel Predator and tries to lunge at it. What'd you get?
I'm rolling right now. Ooh, that's a 19 plus 10 for 29.
Definitely a hit.
Yes. Actually, it's 11 because the duo is an extra plus.
So it's actually a 30.
It's actually a 30. I'm
Yeah.
hoping that hits. Okay.
Absolutely a hit.
All right. So.
Sorry, this is one of those really cruel enemies that if you roll higher, you don't hit as well.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it'd be good if I was actually rolling low. All right.
Hey, DMs, don't do that.
Don't.
That's
just,
really mean.
It's awful. That's a wow. 1 plus 7 for 8 piercing damage.
Okay.
No rage because Gale's not raging, and then acid damage of 4 points of acid damage.
So 4 and 9.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, 13 points of damage total.
Yep.
None of that appeared to be negated by anything it had, so it took the full brunt of it.
In that case, Gale, since it's not reacting, hold on. I just want to see how much that was. That was 30.
You still got plenty of movement.
All right, yeah. I got another 10 feet because I got 40 when I'm not raging. So Gale's gonna move about 10 feet closer, and make a second attack.
I will point out one thing.
Okay.
The Far Spear attack is an action. So
okay,
using
full
the
action.
the portal, that's a full action.
Got it. Okay. No, that's fine.
Yeah, just as a heads up, man.
Cool. Got it.
So yeah, but you're still gonna move up there. That's okay.
Yep.
Maddie, you are up. forgot to actually begin combat, but Maddie, it's your turn. You guys are... I've placed you up here for the sake of E. You are actually over here in the actual staircase like down below where the fight is actually occurring. You're on the floor below.
So where did we start at?
So really, if I was to actually put you in an accurate location, you'd be in here. All of you would be down in here, but like below the stairs. As you guys, well, I should correct myself. Dea and Mercy have been ganging up on this artificer, tied her up and bound her. Maddie, you are down there with them. You can hear clattering of fighting happening, and then you hear too loud as the windows smash open upstairs.
Oh god, this is a lot of movement.
You can also fly, remember?
I could, but that would
Wait, hold on.
require me
Don't
to
you have
use-
your
Yeah, I was gonna say, wait, you guys are level 14.
Yeah, but doesn't that use up my action, or is that a bonus action?
I don't remember.
It might be an
I don't
action
know
to
what
summon them, but they last forever.
Dear God, I'm confused which wing.
Starting at 14th level, you can use a bonus action to manifest with spectral wings.
Okay, I'm just gonna use my bonus action. I'll just use that because I don't want to use my action. It just be a waste, to be honest. So I'll move
Fair
up
enough.
here. Oh, it's
You
in front of
fly
the
up.
door.
Ah!
I finally just saw
You
it
fly
now.
right up to the door and there's the steel predator.
Yep,
Are
wrong
these-
door.
Bats? Or oh no, drones.
They are
I guess.
they are essentially these metallic ball-bodied creatures that have these like papery wings that come off of them and are flapping pretty quickly. But I just used recolored bats because it's the easiest way to do this.
Repair. God, I'm looking over my spells right now, or at least what's left at the moment.
You could use the boots. Your boot. The Misty Step is a bonus action.
Yeah,
Never mind.
But I don't. Why would I move towards the drones?
Hey, I rolled. It could be less. It could be
It
more.
could be more. I'm not risking that.
You technically rolled above average.
8d10 is a lot.
I'm
Okay.
not risking any of that. God, she doesn't really have any. I'm not using Dawn in this fucking facility. It's too big. No, it's not. It's too big for this.
The best part is it's early morning outside, so you cast Dawn inside, and just like it's like the sun has arisen.
It's like, this is fine.
Opening the Ark of the Covenant.
But yeah, what would you like to do?
There was that idea of casting banishment, but I wasn't sure if I should.
Do
Up
it.
to you, dude.
I could. Well,
Do it.
I mean, it's worth a shot, but it has to roll a. I think it's a
Charisma.
So I don't think that's.
Do you think the eyeless robot dog is charismatic?
Much
You know,
much charisma.
I can't
All
have
dogs are
resistance to
charismatic.
magic, so I don't fucking know.
This is very true. It could.
He's very charming.
He's very handsome.
very handsome.
Good boy.
Look at this.
A good dog.
He's a
You
sweet
know
boy.
those, dog
She's
shows
a
they
little
do for the
death machine.
ugliest dogs.
I know.
Little death machine.
So you wanna cast banishment on him?
I just as I saw slow.
Okay. All right. I'll roll a saving throw once and twice, as it does have resistance to magic.
That's
Still
not
only an
enough.
8.
You did at disadvantage, but
And
doesn't
you watch as the steel predator vanishes.
Okay. Still gotta deal with this shit. But
Now there's the drone problem.
I will point out, deafness does drop on the steel predator, so it's now in the middle of a demiplane, but it can hear at least.
Void.
Yes, into the void. So, Jolly, Maddie has stepped up to the top floor, banishes the steel predator away, and now you watch as this torrent of these drones are just flying through this room, and everything that they scrape up against or bounce up against just gets a good chunk just ripped out of them as they are just ripping through things. You see that a lot of the ones that actually wind up hitting solid objects, they just crash into them and wind up falling down, but it looks like it's just using numbers to rip things to pieces. But that is what you see currently. Well done. You have banished the steel predator. I'm going to point out, if I ever slip up and say Steel Panther, it's an accident. I'm not referring to the band. Because there are several times where I had to stop myself because I was really about to go the Steel Panther.
Excellent. Always an excellent choice.
So.
Oh god, not plus 12.
Okay, Cody, that's actually a really touching story.
That's so funny.
Okay, it does
That's so
not have-
sweet. Ro, you're up.
I don't want to be up. I want to be down, sleeping.
Sorry,
Gotta
buddy.
get down with the sickness.
Ah!
Oh,
I have to switch over. I'm sorry. Okay, I'm doing my thing. I'm just fucking. It's just a D20, right?
It's going to be a sleight of hand check.
Sleight of hand.
You got a plus 13 to that, bud.
Yucky, yucky. I say that in the most loving way to my plus 13.
It's literally like your second highest stat. That's
It's a big number, guys, so I was just the math. 16.
Okay. So you
Three
rolled
on
a
the
3
die.
and you had to stop that long?
no
Joke!
That was a joke.
Okay,
bud.
okay, I'm just making sure. It's hard to tell. There are a lot of gays here, and some of them are really bad at math.
And you got a
He's
problem
saying
with
you're
that?
one of them.
No?
Oh.
Connor, we have Cody for math.
Yeah? You also have me. I'm decent at math. Come on.
Okay, but you're not Cody math.
I also have too much
No, I'm not
pride.
Cody, man.
There isn't a single other human being on this planet that's Cody Math.
I just don't say any numbers out loud so that nobody can do my math for me, and that you guys all have to sit there while I slowly do my own math because I don't want anyone to do it for me.
So then you just say the result and all of us do it already,
We
like,
just reverse it.
backwards.
Yeah, that's fine. I
All
don't
of us
care
are
about
doing.
that.
All of us are doing that.
Yeah, we're all
Yeah.
every
not.
time someone
Face
rolls.
is not.
Jill gets given the bill at the end of a restaurant meal and just goes, says nothing as to what the actual number is.
Waiter's just standing there like, I'll
Alright,
just leave.
okay,
Like, no, stay.
I'll go.
Stay. Hold on.
Anyways, 16.
So at 16, you are working on the actual body that is you are trying to get Opus into, and you are beginning to correct the mistake you made previously, as I think last time you rolled like a 14 or a 15. You rolled something rather low. And you were very hastily beginning to reconnect various wires and cables that came loose. You feel like you're doing a decent enough job. That would be the end of your turn. Diach,
She wanna inspire.
you guys have done a pretty good job of binding up the artificer currently. She isn't completely bound, so she theoretically could get loose. Bear that in mind. But she is fairly bound up.
Well, I'm not necessarily great at finding people up. I don't know. Mercy's also there, so I guess she's just gonna I don't know, deal with that. I'm gonna go check up here and run up the stairs. That's 40 feet of movement, which I have. I can see Ro from here.
Yeah, through the doorway, you can see distantly Ro and Erudite working on something at the back end of the room, while this torrent of mechanical creatures are flying past. And Maddie is ahead of you, of course.
I hear the the wicked witch theme.
I didn't think of that.
I don't really know how to deal with this.
No, me neither.
I just read Cody's story.
It's a great story.
Great. Oh my god.
I guess I will bonus action dash to get up here. There you go.
All right, and you're standing on the outside edge of the drone storm.
As a player, I want to help Ro with the sleight of hand checks, but I'm trying to make it so that she could see what's actually happening, so it seems like something she would do. But it also means I have to jump across the river of mechanical bats. Not. I'll try. I can use all my movement to get up here.
Okay.
And
I will need a dexterity save as you rush through the swarm.
I am good at those. And
Thankfully.
I am a rogue, so hopefully I'll take no damage at all.
You need to stop saying that! You need to stop saying that!
Hoisted by your own petard!
Ladies,
it is amazing, my
gentlemen,
dear!
all of my indie friends, I give you a day of the rogue.
I'm usually good at these!
Becca, I love you, but you really do need to stop psyching yourself up as you roll these things.
Day
It's
is
like
so
the
good
universe.
at doing.
Oh my god!
Day
still
is
take
so good
half.
at doing rogue shit.
I still take half.
No, it's
You
only
do.
18.
You take a full 16
Oh, 16. Feels bad,
points
man.
of slashing damage.
I'm
Still good at-
reiterating the
still
point.
Good at doing rogue
that
shit.
hasn't even eaten through my Hero's Feast HP. I'm fine. She runs up. She's got like cuts on her face, and she's like to Rhoda. She's like, "What do you need me to do? What are we doing?" And that's her turn.
Bro, you can respond.
Ro just doesn't even say anything and just starts like handing shit to Dea and like
She's
taking
like,
things and like hold it.
She starts helping with the wires. So
Got it.
Ro will have help.
You'll be
action,
assisting.
Yeah.
Artificer. They are currently Mercy. You're the only person with them.
Yeah.
They are bound pretty badly. What choices do they have? Not many. They're kind of fucked.
I do want it known that I've had a quote stuck in my head this entire time. And it's like, where were we? Yes. The pit of despair.
The pit of despair. She'll try to break out, I guess.
Okay.
The nerd's not an athlete, so
Is she contesting against me?
yes. Still remarkably good for a nerd.
Cool.
Mercy just puts her hand
She
on
is
her
rolling
head.
at advantage.
I am rolling at advantage.
Yes, you are.
That is a match.
You match?
I match.
Ties go to defender, so wait, yeah, so yeah, you're good.
'Cause I rolled a 10 as my highest.
Yeah, no, so in that case, she is starting to come loose of those bonds, but you see that you still managed to keep her tied down. Mercy, what's up?
Mercy's gonna kind of be an asshole because she's like, they got to deal with the stuff upstairs, but I don't want you getting out. And she's gonna just kind of swing her legs down I like push her to the ground and swing her legs down so they're pinning her legs as well. And go, however, I also don't want you losing your face just in case. And she's gonna reach into her bag and pull out one of the prank items and set the wooden mask on her face.
You're gonna have to remind me what the wooden mask does.
The wooden mask can be placed on a person and they can place it on themselves, but they cannot take it off. Somebody else must take off the mask.
Interesting. So she just has a wooden mask stuck on her face and she cannot remove it.
Nope.
Very interesting.
Protect the
Okay.
face. You need it.
And essentially all I'm going to do this turn is prepare for if she tries to break out again.
Okay. I'll count the mask as a free action, so that's fine. Erudite, you're up. You're gonna do an Arcana check.
Yep. 18 on the die, so 28 total.
28 total?
Yep.
You manage to reduce the spell requirement for this by a little bit more. It's gonna be a D... No. Roll that. Roll that. Okay, so it'd be a level 1 spell.
Could I offer? Well, I guess you can do a level 1. Does Ro have a level 1 left?
Yeah, but wouldn't that be her action?
No, it's
No,
just part of
it's-
the ritual.
Yeah.
Okay,
No,
so
she
yeah,
still
she'll
has-
just be like, I need a little bit of
Okay.
magic. A little bit. Just a little bit.
Because Deus does have a 3rd level spell slot left, so she gets
Yeah,
a
if
short
we-
rest,
if we
so
need that,
if it gets
yeah.
high enough.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, if it goes above first level, I will need all the assistance that I can get. I'm
Yeah.
not a second level.
but first level,
I'll do a little feather fall.
You cast Featherfall into the body to help stabilize the ritual. All right, Steel Predator.
Try and get out.
It is now the drone swarm's turn. As we're at the top of the round, they stop arriving from that section right there. I will move them to the side so I have a little more visibility for myself. Okay. And
Oh, great. That's just rude.
they begin smashing through another window nearby, trying to rip through anybody who happens to be in their area. Erudite, you're gonna need to make a dexterity saving throw.
I rolled a 19, so it's
19.
a 19 plus 2, I think. So 21.
That's quite good.
Actually, 22 because I have the thing that gives me +1, so 22.
Yep.
Okay,
Nice.
that's fine.
Oh god.
Oh, that's good.
That literally,
24
barely,
points.
it eats into my thing, and then I'm fine. She's fine. She's got nicks on her arms and shit, but she's fine.
All right. Up next, Maddie, you're up.
Wait, what?
Oh, Gale. Sorry. Shit.
What? What?
I accidentally skipped over you, bud.
No, it's fine.
Yeah, no, I'm fine.
I think what I'm thinking here, because Steel Predator disappeared from like here-ish.
Actually in front of me, I think.
Right in front
Yeah.
of Maddie.
It was directly in front of Maddie.
Right, it's
Okay.
literally right here.
Cool. So Gale is then gonna be right here. And we're keeping an eye on everyone on the other side of the swarm. But we're also, just in case the Predator decides to, come and hang out again, Gale's ready to jump him. So I'm gonna hold my action for an attack. Actually, technically a grapple if the Steel Predator shows up.
Got it. Holding action. All right. You are keeping yourself at the ready. Maddie, what do you want to do?
Man, I don't know. She's not really good at these crowd situations with the drones. And I'm not risking going through the drones.
Mm.
Not
Just
with
hang
my
out.
dexterity.
Yeah. we just chill.
I mean, you can do nothing if you want to try to do something to the drone. Never mind, that's a concentration spell. I take it back.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So
Unfortunately, the AoE person is kind of busy at the moment.
You could, if you really want to do something against the drones, you could cast Spiritual Weapon, which is not concentration, and just have them start like wading in and just start hitting them.
Yeah, one's a fly swatter. I can't.
Make it actually a fly swatter shape too.
I don't even know those existed.
A paddle.
I mean, fly swatters have existed for a
a
while.
paddle.
Paddle.
Just make a giant
paddle?
oar.
Yeah, we
Okay.
paddle.
I'm just gonna summon spiritual weapon and make it a paddle.
Yeah, just a fucking oar.
I'm not even sure what I'm doing anymore, to be honest. So that's
The 17 to hit the swarm, which that would absolutely hit the swarm, and 8 points of force damage. Thank you much. I will keep note of that.
So a quick fun fact for all of you.
Yes.
The modern design of the fly swatter was only actually patented in 1900.
Yep.
Wow.
Earlier than I thought.
Interesting.
Connor,
Yes.
could I have said something upon getting hit by all the shit, like as a free action?
Are you referring to Hellish Rebuke?
No. I want to say something.
Oh, say
Like, I
something.
want
Yeah.
to say something, which is literally get away from the windows, because it looks like they're
Fair
coming
enough.
in through the windows. Like I think I have enough intelligence to see that. So like,
Yeah.
just like
Pretty
move
obvious.
away from the windows. She'll just say that as like she's getting like torn up a bit.
Ro, upon hearing Rudy say that, looks at Rudy, looks at the giant window next to her, and just
Yeah, I
goes
was gonna
back to
say.
working.
I was like, that's gonna be real difficult for us. There's so many windows here.
There's our giant paddle.
Yes. Excellent.
I had to quickly find something. Give me a break.
All I can think about is the fact that that would be the greatest frat weapon during
It would
Rush
be.
season.
oh my god.
So yeah, you guys just see that there's this giant spectral paddle that is just whipping through the masses of the drone swarm. Ro, you are up. You know what you got to do, bud.
Come on, bud. Pick a die.
I was drinking Dr. Pepper. Hold on.
Do they get advantage now that
Because
I'm
of
there,
because of
or-
Dea, yes.
Okay.
You get a plus 13.
I need to repair.
Come on.
No way.
Oh. I want you to know the lower one was a 2.
Oh,
Higher
the worst
one.
number.
That's a 29?
29. I did.
Very well. With the assistance of Dea, you're finding that this task has become significantly easier as you now have a second set of hands to assist in moments that would be ordinarily quite difficult for you.
And then
You feel you did a very good job.
can I inspire while I'm doing this, or is that
Yeah, who'd you like to inspire?
seeing as Rudy just got ran over by the traffic of bats,
Bad
Ro's
traffic.
just gonna kind of like half-heartedly turn her head and be like, "Stop getting hit by bats."
Hey, thank you.
I'll just go ahead and
Really good at inspired.
knock
I
that.
feel so inspired right now.
No, you just have to stop. Have you considered maybe stopping?
Don't get hit
about it.
forehead.
Excellent. Great advice. Thanks.
Big
I will
brain
take that
thoughts
into
always.
consideration.
Have you tried
Can I
not?
make it a penalty instead of the bonus?
Rude.
Stop. Get some help.
Stop.
Dea, you are assisting
Yeah.
Ro.
I'm helping.
Yeah, basically, the only thing you can do on your turn now, Dea, is decide whether you want to stop assisting.
Nah.
Okay.
Who am I?
The artificer, she is, she's gonna try and get back up, or like try and break out again. Come on, nerd.
Let's play a game.
Nope.
Oh.
Let's play a game. That's a 21.
Bullying nerds. So yeah, you just kind of keep your foot planted on them. You're more or less forcing your weight upon them to make sure they stay down.
And I'm wearing plate mail right now.
So you're heavy as hell. You are very heavy.
Their friend, and I still get bullied. Like they're not
Yeah.
gonna not bully you know.
A stranger nerd? Fuck that.
Nah, you're fucked. The unfamiliar nerd is now prone to bullying. Okay, Mercy, you're up.
Mercy's just gonna look at her and go, you know, this mask is pretty plain. Hold on. And I'm gonna press a digitation on the mask. A purple dick across the big part of it.
Is this what you're doing with your time? You could literally do knockout attacks. I allow people to do this to do non-lethal damage, and you're putting a cock on a mask that she is forced to wear.
I know the plan, and I know she needs to stay conscious.
Okay.
And as she does that, she's gonna go, hold on, while we're here, I'll go ahead and start showing you some of my carvings, and pull out the first mini dick she has out of her wood carving bag.
The worst kind of torture.
Totally them.
You broke up pretty badly there, but I'm gonna point out, this is like a Bond villain strapping James Bond down and going, here are my pictures from my last vacation to Germany.
Hey,
It's my
Connor,
plot.
I'm glad you picked up on what I was trying to do. I told Jill when this started, I'm just gonna psychologically torture her.
Alright, Erudite, you're up, bud.
I'm doing my thing. The 21.
21. You would see that you're going to need to cast another. No, it'd be a second level spell in this case.
Second level, even without high, they did their thing? Damn.
I can reveal the rules to you at this point.
Okay.
You determine what kind of spell needs to get put into it.
Okay.
Ro determines whether or not any additional spell levels are needed, and whether any damage occurs to either Opus or the body.
Go up higher. Okay.
Could I supply my third level to?
No, don't supply your third
No?
level yet
Second
in
level.
case I need to do it. So it's fine. She'll just throw in another.
You have
We
a
can
second.
hopefully we can take a brace. Or we can do like a short rest.
Yeah, we'll
hoping.
be able to probably.
She's gonna just throw invisibility at it.
Okay.
Where did
Steel Predator.
Yeah.
Suddenly the body vanishes.
Where did my invisibility go? My invisibility just disappeared. Oh, it went to the bottom. What the fuck?
It went invisible.
It did its job. Clearly.
It did its job. All right. Yeah. So I cast that.
Okay. You cast invisibility. Spend the slot. The swarm stops
I
coming
would also
through.
like to move. I'm sorry. I thought about this. I'm gonna like. She's just gonna like move over like into the desk kind of and like. Can she crouch
You're
down
gonna
a little bit?
Hunch
I'm
over
gonna
to the corner. Ah!
and hunch down under the desk if possible.
Okay, that's fine. It is the drone swarm's turn now. They are going to go through another window. The drone swarm goes through the last couple windows and flies out through the office, effectively cutting the room off. So Erudite, Ro, and Dea are quite firmly on one side, while Gale and Maddie, as well as Mercy down below, your options for getting over there are becoming less and less, and you don't have a lot of room over here now.
Cool.
Okay.
Haru's not actually here.
Yep.
Thankfully.
He would not be anywhere
Yeah, that's fair.
close to the
Haru would be
windows.
hiding in a closet in this situation.
Haru would be doing Rudy what Rudy is doing, but like worse.
Actually, Haru would probably be in Fox form because so many would just go over.
Just stay low.
I doubt that they're going into the ground or like 6 inches from the ground.
They're not all doing that, but there are just enough that are coming down low and like burying themselves into the ground that it would be an uncomfortable spot to be. Gale, you're up.
All right. Gale's gonna hang out here.
Okay.
We're gonna hold our action again.
Okay. I'm just
Ready and
Okay,
in
that's fine.
action. Yeah. I mean,
Maddie?
there's not a whole lot Gale can contribute other than to make sure that Steel Predator
I mean-
doesn't go anywhere.
in fairness, you can start swinging into the swarm.
Could. Does it look like what Maddie was doing was thinning it out any?
It looks like if it's going to take a little bit of time, but it'll certainly help reduce the numbers.
No.
Your choice, dude.
Yeah.
No?
Yeah, no. Gale's still gonna hold action.
Okay, that's fine. Maddie, you're up.
Do I just roll again for my spiritual weapon attack?
If you'd like to do so, yeah.
What do I click on? Do I just click on my spiritual weapon action again?
Yeah, you just click spiritual weapon again.
Okay, well, I just didn't want it to expend another spell slot, that's
Just
why.
click
You should be
damage
able
again.
to uncheck, like,
Oh,
or-
okay.
yeah.
I can just roll it again.
I can show you the world. Hit! 7 more points of damage. The paddle pursues its enemy and continues swatting through the crowd of bats. Well, bats. Drones. Knocking them down in the 5s and 10s. Ro, your turn. What?
Oh, we're breaking up. It's okay.
There you go.
I'll just keep talking till we're back.
You sound better.
You're good.
Are we back?
Yep.
We're live.
Good news is I've been shaking them the entire time.
Yes.
No,
Excellent.
Will is becoming the robot.
Oh, wait, you can only roll one of those. You can roll ones, right?
I believe so. Let me double check.
Yeah, I mean halfling. You're still the one doing the action.
Yeah.
Any ability check.
Just double checking. That is significantly better.
Well, what's that?
It's 19.
I love Jill's math face.
A 32?
32,
Did you roll a 19?
It's 32.
That's
Shut
32.
up.
Shut up!
3 plus 6.
Sorry, Jill. I'm sorry. I should let you do your math. I'm sorry. I keep forgetting that.
It should be 34 if it's 19.
Even through the breaking up audio, I can hear, and then 32!
There you go.
Bye, man.
I don't know what's with the internet connection, but
No.
Critique now.
I mean, you can.
In fairness, Jill, your role is actually very, very good, and you see that you appear to be doing a very good job to the point where you're ensuring that nothing further is going to damage or affect the body of Opus. Dea. All right.
Yeah, I'm just continuing to help.
The Artificer is going to try and break away again.
Yikes. Yikes, Aroni.
They're a nerd. Give him a break.
I mean, no, food. Fucking mood.
No. Okay. Yeah. The Artificer
My
is
low-
still quite.
I was an 8.
Oh. The Artificer is still quite firmly held in place. Mercy, it's your turn.
We're doing an internet speed test.
Give us a
That's fine.
Because we're trying to figure out what. Yeah. That would.
The internet. Discord didn't like the internet speed test, I don't think.
No, I mean the internet doesn't like it. Your upload sucks.
My upload is 12.
Is there a download going on? Is Steam
No.
downloading something?
Steam's not even open.
No, because
Weird.
it was the upload when we were looking at it was like a 30, and then it. Yeah, it's your
Oh,
upload that's messing up.
is it kilobytes or kilobits? Because that is a significant difference.
Okay.
Nonetheless,
just
Mercy, what you want to do, bud?
bytes?
Hold on, I gotta find the right tab.
Hovering over things.
So just. Okay. So Merce is gonna pull into the bag and pull out a very intricate ice dragon and go, okay, so we didn't get to fight this one. We have fought a couple dragons. So I kind of based it off this dragon we fought, and then I took some liberties on what I thought an ice dragon would look like.
Even with the wooden mask on, you can see the Artificer just roll their eyes at you.
She's gonna pull out the sea serpents next and go, and we killed these ones. We actually destroyed an entire ship during this fight. Our buddy Gale ripped his hammer through the hull of a ship and we sank it.
And Mercy continues to torment this woman.
And hold my actual action for if she tries to escape.
That's fair. Erudite, you know what you gotta do.
16.
16?
Yeah.
It's gonna be a third level spell.
Damn!
I'm on it.
My time has come.
She literally goes out from there. She's like, Daya, I need your help. I can't do this one.
We need a 3rd level spell. I got it.
Alright. Feed the ritual.
I rolled a 3 and I used the inspiration for that. Like, not great, guys.
Oof.
Yeah. Not everybody has great rolls.
It doesn't matter what I use, so she just dumps the magic in.
And that was the one I didn't use with the dragon. The dragon has actually been rolling really well for me, so I will use the dragon again.
Okay,
It's like
Predator.
Operation
Nothing.
Butterflies in the stomach.
Getting the predator off the field was a good choice. Very good choice.
Mm-hmm. They will cease going through this window. And since the swarm now knows where everybody is, it is going to go through a different route. And I'm going to need Ro and Dea to please make dexterity saves.
I can't move. I'm working.
We're working it.
working.
And then go back!
We're working it.
It's fine, it's fine, it's fine.
Dex machine. I wanna know,
Dexterity.
like,
Oh, at least this time, Dea won't take anything.
If that's good enough. Is that good
I
enough?
hope
It's good enough.
It's not
Okay.
horrible. It's a 16,
16? Okay.
but it's not horrible.
Like, literally, when she sees this happen, she's just like, I told you to move!
I saw that number, like, oh
Why
no.
did you click away when the damage came up?
Dea, with unbelievable Neo-like instincts, is simply dodging out of the way of these bats. Yes,
And
Jill. And Ro, in fairness, is doing a decent enough job, but not good enough, and they take the full 49.
Well, thankfully
You
we
can
have.
take it.
Thankfully we have.
I'm strong.
Okay, so there goes your max temp for a moment.
Wait, I have the perfect gift for this somewhere.
And he took 29 from that, really, because the max was up to, 120 for everybody right now, so.
Yep.
Or, okay,
Um,
so for me, it's 120.
That is the drone storm's turn. Gale, you're up.
All right. You ready for this?
Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
I'm gonna hold my action again.
You're fuck. All right.
I told you weren't ready for it. Hold my action again.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Maddie, what would you like to do?
I just keep swinging still. With
Keep
the-
hitting it.
I keep hitting it.
Okay.
Hit.
I hit. That's actually. I don't know if that'll hit though.
It will manage to hit them just by liberty of there being a massive swarm.
Okay.
But you do keep kind of whittling them down a little bit more, and a little bit more, and a little bit more.
Okay.
I want to do something and I can't, it sucks.
Ro, you took a pretty big hit there, bud.
Yeah.
You might want to move. You can move to the other side of the table.
But then there's another window over there.
But we don't know if they're gonna come through that window.
With my luck, they're gonna come through that window.
You don't know that
Yes, I
yet.
do. Yes, I do.
If she stays in it, does she
How
take damage
tall-
again? I'm sorry.
How tall is the table?
The table?
Yeah, how much space is between the floor and the table?
Probably a little shorter than usual because this is a heavily gnomish facility.
Can I crawl under the table and just move to the other side?
Yeah.
I do that.
Yeah, definitely.
And then get back to fucking work because I have a job now. I have a career.
This is my job.
I'm a girl
Excuse you?
boss. Thank you.
Boss baby.
That's not very boss or baby of you. Do I still get advantage, or is that?
I mean, you
As
do
in
manage.
that.
You still have, you have advantage because you're not. You do still have Dea with you technically, and fortunately, you're not trying to make this roll while you're being swarmed. So yes, you do still have advantage.
Yeah.
If Dea was making the check, she would not have advantage.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm guessing a 20 and a 1.
That's 2 natural 20s.
Never
Are you
mind.
fucking serious?
Let me just.
Please take a picture.
Just take a picture of those
Do
ones right
we
there.
get something extra special for the double 20?
That makes that a 33 total.
Can I get a prize for rolling 2 natural 20?
You get the pride of knowing that you rolled 2 natural 20s.
No.
Ro, taking the impact of the swarm, you do everything in your power and stay focused on the task at hand. Rolling underneath the table and moving to the other side away from the swarm, you keep moving and adjusting runes and stones and cables and wires slightly out of the way. All the while, Dea is assisting in the best way they can in the middle of a swarm of creatures that are trying to attack her. Well done.
Also, not to try and handicap myself with this.
Yeah.
So these are like bats, right? So you know how bats are with hair? Ro has big, curly, long hair that's not.
You... After Ro got hit pretty heavy, there's now one drone stuck in her hair, just
Sitting the sides like, fuck off.
yeah. It's like, well, and you're learning now that the wings are just like paper. The only reason they're managing to cut and hurt so badly is just by sheer number and the fact that it's a metal object flying at you, flying like 60 to 70 miles at you. But like now, in like an individual form, it's just annoying and it's just flapping at you. You know, it's like if you shot a paper playing card out of a gun. There's still not a lot to it, but man, it would fucking hurt. You know?
So you'd say this is death by 1,000 paper cuts?
Oh.
Hey, it's your turn. You're in the middle of the swarm.
Disadvantage.
Here's the thing. I almost started singing Taylor Swift there because there is a Taylor Swift song called.
There
Death by 1,000 Cuts.
is. I remember that.
actually
She's
is.
gonna move over here and try to kind of be still working at the table, but trying to kind of wedge herself between the wall and the table, while so trying to avoid the bats, to the best of her ability, and continue to help Ro.
Okay. And your turn. Will she try? Is there... Let me look at her spells again. Is there anything she can fucking do?
Did not care for
She's
this corner.
bound and gagged, so that really limits her.
And
I
for
know.
reference,
Choices.
Connor, there was a secondary purpose of that mask. Even if she managed to get the knot behind her head, that gag's gonna be pinned to her face by the mask.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I kind of saw what you were going for with that, so she can't speak at all.
Let me tell you about the time my level 1 monk caught the big bad to as an invisible spellcaster by using a net and then disarming the spellcasting focus.
Ha!
But yeah, Connor, I would love for you to try.
Just keep telling her how scary we are.
It's annoying. All those great spells that she has are verbal.
These
Well,
strange
that's a-
spellcasters.
This
Shame.
sucks.
As it turns out.
Yeah, she'll try to break out. She's got nothing else. She can't. Just no other
Hey,
options.
maybe you'll be lucky and I'll roll it out one.
I don't believe you.
You'd have to roll 2 net ones.
That one's cocked, but my lower one was a 10 already on the die, so 2 10s, so 19.
2 10s out is again.
She's still down. She's still down. Mercy, you're up. The robots are taking over.
The robots are taking over.
Oh, no. Okay, we should be back.
You're better now.
Yep.
Yeah, we're fighting it. It's a little better since we switched to 5G instead of the other one, but...
Okay.
And anyway, so we went to the Feywild. And while we were there, we got stuck for...
It's mad that the robots are being bitches. I love this.
You're lagging pretty badly, buddy. There you go.
It's okay, Jill. We'll probably have to call the internet provider, because sometimes they just... Comcast is a bastard. Not Comcast. Spectrum. Anyways, we fought these things called red caps.
Tormenting your captor yet again. Erudite, it's your turn.
We're good.
Be good, be good, be good.
Hey, nothing's better than
Hold
a
on,
captive
that one
audience.
fell out.
Boom.
22.
22. Okay. First level spell.
I'll do it. Actually, no.
Well, Rosta should have 2 left, I think, but Jill walked
yeah,
off.
but Jill has walked away.
No, I think they're resetting their internet.
Maybe.
Okay.
up
I'll
to you
just
guys.
do it. I'll just
Okay.
do it. It's fine.
You can
Okay.
trade slots later if you want.
We're not resetting the internet. What are you talking about?
Oh no, I'm
Ro
sorry.
wants to-
We saw you locked in one position, so I assumed that the internet had like dropped off completely.
No, what's up?
If Ro wants to throw first level. And then they froze. Fine. If anything, I'll do it for now, and then we can figure it out.
We'll just correct it later on. No big deal.
No, we took the spell off.
Oh,
you
okay.
did?
They took the spell.
Okay.
You're good.
Okay, never mind then. Thank you.
Okay.
Sorry. Internet being stupid. I'm sorry your internet's being stupid.
I mean, in fairness, it's not necessarily our fault, though. There's not much that can be done about it. The swarm stops going through the windows, and everything stops for a moment. And Ro, Erudite, I'll wait for Jill to get back here. Unless, oh, can they hear?
They're still here. I'm just talking to them without their headphones on.
You're keeping me updated. I was resting
fine.
my head on a
That's fine.
mannequin's bosom.
Ew.
What do I need to roll?
No, nothing. The ritual comes to an end, and the room holds its breath. Haru.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Just stand up in T-pose and time until the
It's my turn with the internet.
So it levitating.
Yeah, we're gonna move over to Haru now, for the sake of dramatic tension. And Jill and Jess, if you guys want to do things about the internet issue, you can do that right now. You have the time.
We can't.
do anything about it.
The weekend. The best way to fix it is call Spectrum and have them send a essentially booster shot through it, and I'll fix
Booster
it.
shot.
I don't know what else to call it.
That's fair.
It fixes it for a couple months.
Internet vaccine.
I'll kill you.
Get your vaccines.
Vaccinate your modems. So, Haru, you are alone in the facility, masquerading as a janitor.
Indeed.
Currently, the 5th floor has not yet been called to action, and the individuals here have not yet been dragged off to continue the fight down below that you can only assume is beginning to spread forward closer and closer to the tower. But you are all alone. Currently, you're on the 5th floor section. Near the teleporter pads. And I will assume that in the process of masquerading of a janitor, you've acquired a broom of some sort to help with the visage.
His plan would be go to where a supply closet is for that stuff, which most likely he would have seen janitors going in and out, or like door open. And there are a few reasons for that. One, going to get some supplies. Preferably one of those, those like rolling waste bins on the carts.
Yeah, it's significantly less modern version of that. It's basically a wooden bucket that has wheels on it.
And 2, look if there is some sort of skeleton key in the janitor's closet.
Okay.
Because trash pickup gives him an excuse to visit every room.
Fair enough. Haru, you make your way over to one of the supply closets, and I'm not going to make you roll for something like this. A waste basket, and a waste basket is more than simple enough to get a hold of. You retrieve one, very simply, and you begin to play the part of a janitor. So, I'm going to have you... What I will say is, if you can roll performance right now and get a general reduction to rolls for like acting the part later on, or you can not roll performance right now, but your DCs for deception or persuasion later on will be a little higher. It's up to you.
Let me just check something. So that will depend on if this constitute the superior kitsune shapeshift of disguising as another humanoid and like rolling to be that ally.
It very much depends on the situation or who you're talking to. Yeah. If you disguise yourself as a very specific person in the facility, yes, absolutely, I will allow it, no problem. But if you're just, I am generic Jimmy, I'm some guy I saw on the street, probably not then.
Alright, then he'll hold on to being a specific person for now.
Okay.
But if there is like a sign-in sheet or something, he will take specific note of it, and anybody who comes in and signs in for like taking equipment, just so he has names to go off of.
You would see that there is a little not even really a sign-in sheet, to be honest. It's more like a sheet for like guys who have done the that was just Jill and Jess disappearing for a second. They'll be back.
Yep. Camera's coming back in a second, folks.
It's more like almost like a maintenance sheet for who has like what work has had to get done on some of the bits and bobs that are in the facility itself. Cleaned the prison, prison level 1, Gerard, stuff like that.
That's gonna happen.
Yeah, exactly. It's almost like there's like a list of people who said, I did this, I did this, I did this. There really isn't a checkout for equipment, though.
I guess he'll do the performance now, then.
Okay.
There it is in the list. Decent.
18. Okay, decent. So what's the plan?
So the plan is using like waste disposal pickup as sort of the guys. He's going to kind of go room to room on each of the floors. He knows especially people on higher floors are going to probably wait for the elevator rather than go down nearly a dozen flights of stairs. And it will take a long time to get people like back and forth, so also the way up will be relatively clear, so he's fine getting on to go up. So he has the time to kind of check every single room, just take the trash, and if anybody's looks particularly high up in the company, but they aren't present, maybe sneak a peek at documents.
Fair enough. So from where you are right now on the 5th floor, this was the room that had a few folks kind of waiting in the wings, individuals who looked like surgeons, mechanics, engineers, stuff like that. You don't immediately note anybody who looks to be high up here, but you do note this is also a facility that has teleportation paths that go to other places.
Mm-hmm.
You know at least one goes to Odella, but there are also several others.
He'll go through the whole building first before going elsewhere, especially because he still wants to try to find the forbiddance and casting place.
Completely fair. So the engineer, this floor, you note that there's actually not a whole lot here. It's more so once you get out of this room, you see that there is another section to this area that is like a small warehouse, and inside of it, you see that it's just rack after rack after rack of various bits and bobs that are used in the process of transforming a normal humanoid to a mulligan. Or at least creating the mulligan's body.
Alright. Doesn't really have anything to do with this stuff at the time, and certainly can't really disrupt them, but he'll make a mental note of it for if party has time and they want to disrupt operations further.
Okay. You want to go to a different floor?
Yep.
Which one?
He'll just kind of, I guess, start from low floors, head up, as people are clearing out of their offices, going in, like, after them to remove the trash, which he will do to keep up the
appearance,
disguise, but... Yeah.
So, you make your way down the 4th floor, which at this point, the 4th floor is totally empty. Not a whole lot of note there. It looks like almost practically like a set of offices. This place has cubicles, things like that. Nothing extraordinary here. I would allow you to make an investigation check if you're looking to steal things, as this floor is quite empty.
Might not be stealing. It depends on if he finds anything. Which chances are low, but...
Is intellectual theft still theft? I'd say yes.
Maybe.
29% on investigation. Looking through a few drawers in the offices, you note that this location is more or less like this is a set of offices for the engineers, essentially. The guys who are just creating the designs themselves. And there are quite a few of them. Like, this place keeps many of them on hand at a time, but you note many of these cubicles, for lack of a better term, are pretty sparsely decorated. Nobody has enough time to keep it, to make it their own. And looking through memos and notes, it looks like that it's because most of these guys are here on contract. They are here because they made something impressive enough to get the attention of the company. But they only get to stay if they keep it up.
There's probably a lot of in-progress blueprints and scrapped ideas and stuff
Work
like
in
that.
progresses, ideas, stuff like that. But you also get the feeling that from down here, this is where kind of like the low, less interesting guys are. Up high, that's where you're going to find the guys who are officially part of the company, are officially, I actually work on many different projects. You know, guys who are more impressive may have better information.
If there is any of the cubicles that are a bit more decorated, like suggesting a person has maybe been there a bit longer, had a few successes, and there are any nearly complete schematics, Har will make note of them and if there is a name there, just in case he needs to apply it to get access to one of the upper floors.
Okay. So you would actually find there is one cubicle. It is listed for one Ardlock Macabnet.
And I don't expect to use this, but he will have as many contingencies as he can.
So you do have a name of someone you could possibly use. Do you want to keep going down low, or do you want to go back up high?
He'll keep going down until the second floor, and then he'll go up to the 6th and just go up one floor at a time from there.
Okay. You head down to the 3rd floor, which is the engineering floor, which you recall. And on this floor, you actually note, you hear the distant sounds of, and you see there's another janitor here. And he's kind of looking around the very empty floor, and he sees you. He kind of goes,
if he's within sight range, then Har will kind of like
we will say fortunately he is.
Har will make his way over. It's not a rushed pace. It's very fatigued, like, you know, someone who's been working that job for 40 years is really tired of it, but
is here.
It's what to do. Yeah, that kind of slow pace.
Have you heard what's happening?
I don't know much around here.
They're saying some folks are actually having a fight down below. A couple of the arcs have actually managed to break into the city proper. They have actually lit off several bombs.
I don't know what's going on in this city. Every day things seem to get worse and worse.
You're damn fucking right, it's getting worse and worse. Look, I think shit's gonna hit the fucking fan. This is not where I want to be right now. Have you heard anything else from the boss? Out of curiosity?
Nah.
He typically is pretty good about giving us a heads up before we do something else.
Midway through my shift, haven't been informed on nothing. But I'll let you know if I find anything out.
They've gone. They all went. The boss went silent a while ago, so I don't know. Lord.
If there ain't been no alarms, suppose there's nothing to worry about.
Look, I'm gonna head back up over to our break room. Way I figure they're not gonna care if anything's dirty after they come back from all that. So I'm gonna get out of here.
I won't tell nobody about it. What a man does for himself and his family is up to him.
Yep. I'm gonna go do that. See ya. And he's gonna go scurry up to the elevator.
Alright. Just gonna keep with the plan after that.
You're gonna keep with the plan. The engineering room is significantly less interesting. Many of these plans down here are work in progress, so nothing too interesting.
Yeah, they're probably pretty basic as well.
Nothing spectacular. Revisions on how the feet are supposed to move, or changing how an arm's locking mechanism is going to work, as they've had a few mishaps. It's a lot of pretty mundane stuff.
Yeah. The important stuff is probably on the higher floors.
Yes, that's the sense that you're getting. You also get the sense that somewhere in this place there is an actual break room for the janitors, which you have a feeling is not actually a break room, if you catch my drift. It is a room that they use to take breaks in and no one else goes into.
Yeah, one of the unoccupied rooms. I mean, if he keeps going through each room, he'll probably find it eventually.
If you keep poking around, eventually you would likely find something. Question is, what floor do you want to go to next?
Well, if 2 has offices or stuff that would have waste bins, will go down there. If not, then up to the 6th floor to start clearing out that.
Gotcha. So, basically, to cut a long story short, you're actually going to find that it would be, let me double check, floors 11 through 7 are all actually prison floors. They're all places that are holding people captive.
Alright. If he'll use the map to just have a look. If it looks like it's all prison rooms, no offices or anything, he'll just kind of skip through the floors. Otherwise,
6 would also be another dorm room, another dorm floor, I should say. So 12 is a dorm, 6 is a dorm.
he'll go through 6 because they probably do have waste disposal. So
yeah, you're gonna go through it just for the sake of keeping up the act.
If anybody's there, just listen, eavesdrop on conversations.
Yeah. So, on the 6th floor, by the point you finally get up to here, the odds are the actual situation is going to have started to change, and the 5th floor has been cleared out, and now the 6th floor is getting word to start clearing out too. And you distantly hear what sounds like someone with some kind of power or authority over another group of people is starting to bark out orders, and you hear them they're basically starting to develop a battle plan to go down on the actual streets themselves. Several men are being forced to essentially make sure that civilians are adhering to requests from the military and are getting the hell out of the way. But basically, they are making battle plans up here. They are starting to formulate how to keep the fight going.
All right. Well, since Siga's with us, we don't have the best means of relaying the information, so he'll only care about how they're talking to civilians to clear them out, see if there's, if it's shelter in place or avoid the main streets or what have you.
Return home, shelter in place, and if the military comes in and tells you to get out, get out. So,
Right.
more or less, if for whatever reason a civilian is saying that I'm not going to leave this house, they will forcibly remove them if they have to.
So they're just removing everybody from the area so that if someone is military and they're still there, they're probably rebellion.
Essentially, yeah. They're going by the assumption that if you're not moving out of here, we're going to remove you.
Alright. If we actually don't arouse suspicion in this building and go by the streets, we'll keep that in mind. Chances are low of that, but keep that in mind.
Mm-hmm.
But given what we encountered when we first got here, that probably also means they're going to station sharpshooters on buildings, because they'll have full access to any residential
Roofs.
buildings and stuff.
That is your assumption. Making your way up. Is there anything you want to pay attention to on the prison floors?
He'll go to each of them because, like, they're just along the way, but he'll stop, like, just ask the first set of guards in each one if there's any waste that needs removing.
Most of them are going to say no, with the exception of one. Over on the 10th floor, a guard looks over and he goes, "Hey, we do have something we need to get cleaned up. Over there, it was holding prisoner 010. We're going to need to get that cell cleaned up."
I'll let my boss know. I think
Just roll deception for me.
he's going. I mean, because he doesn't have the tools to clean it up.
I know, but just roll deception.
There it is. 15.
Yeah, whatever. Do your thing.
He'll go over to see the room, but he's not, like, going in it, looking in it, just kind of going there, going to pull out, like, a notepad and write down.
Gotta bring this shit with me. Going to get it.
Like, bring basically 010, bring mop, like.
God.
Mop and shovel.
And shovel.
Brewing mop is written
Yikes.
on half the page and it's underlined 3 times.
Yeah. Because
Mop.
he knows.
Wheelbarrow? Question mark?
He doesn't need to look at this room to know what happened there.
Yeah, you know what happened here.
Yeah.
The body's gone.
Yeah, I figured they'd do that pretty quickly. It'll.
But you know that past the 12th floor dorms, you are eventually going to have to. On the 11th floor, you're gonna have to go through the security checkpoint.
Mm-hmm.
So, do you have a plan, Cody?
Somewhat.
Okay.
If it's a plan that may or may not work, and if it doesn't work, then he'll change disguise to an employee and try to go through with that.
Mm-hmm.
So just kind of as a janitor, go up, not like walk right by, but just say, like, here for the trash.
Security papers.
He did, like, kind of copy down, but they aren't. It isn't perfect because he didn't have the pen.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Say
You essentially forged the documents.
yeah.
So,
They're
are you
a bit
proficient?
dated.
Are you proficient in forging tools?
No,
Okay.
but he
So you're
does.
proficient in calligraphy, aren't you?
Not proficient in calligraphy, but he has them, and he also knows how the government systems work.
Okay.
He's seen a lot of the documents, so
So I'm gonna have you roll an intelligence check with advantage on this one, because you've seen the other documents and you worked in a government fashion at one point. So I'm gonna have you roll We're going to consider this a retroactive roll!
And he's specifically not making it exact. He is making it look kind of off, and he's making it kind of off, and he's saying, bit dated. Hurt my back a while ago. Had to take time off. Haven't had time to get them updated. And he's gonna have like smudge them a bit with water as he's passing them off.
You're gonna make them look like they've been here for a while, basically.
Been here for a while, maybe.
Okay.
Old versions of them also have like stains on them and stuff, so that way it's harder to make out the details.
So, what's your name?
Clem.
Sorry, Cody, what was that?
Clem.
Clem? Clem.
Like generic old white man.
Old white Clem. Jill, Jess, how many Clems do you know?
Clem from the hit video game The Walking Dead Telltale.
I've never seen her played it.
When Cody, when you said that, that is the first words out of Jill's mouth.
From The Walking Dead. That was The Walking Dead.
Like, and just, it sounds like it could be a name, and if not a name, a shorthand for a name.
Something shorthand, okay.
Yeah.
He goes, he kind of squints and looks at the papers a little bit. He goes, alright then. Going through.
Just kind of slowly go through. Same pace as all that stuff. Not look back.
You are... Okay, you don't look back?
No.
Okay.
And act like he's done this before.
Okay. Where are you gonna go?
If there's further rooms on this floor, same thing, go to each of them.
There's the break room and then there's the elevator, basically.
He'll go to the break room because there's trash in the break room.
Okay. Cody. You go to the elevator. Haru gets up the elevator.
Yeah.
Are you gonna go up to the 12th floor?
Yeah.
Okay. 12th floor is a dorm. You go through there a little bit. I want you to roll me a perception check.
Alright. I have no bonuses to this because I'm not in fox form. A 10.
A 10? You do not hear anything out of the ordinary.
Alright. I'll go around. Just keep eased up, but most of the people here are probably sleeping or just talking about random stuff.
It varies. Some folks are talking, some folks are sleeping. You do your act through the 12th floor dorm and make your way up to the 13th floor. This appears to be proper office spaces at this point.
Alright. He'll go office to office. He is not going to try to peek at any documents here because too risky.
As you're going through a few of the offices, you hear from behind you, as you enter into one, you hear Mr. Clem, is it?
Yes, sir. Kind of finished taking the bag out, put it in the bin, then turn and look.
Mind if I have a word with you?
No, sir.
You see that you are looking at a Dullahan, who has essentially kind of walked up behind you in the office and is now kind of standing there looking at you.
plan for this potentially happening. Just so people aren't stressing.
Homie, we're
I'm
still
going
gonna
to need.
stress.
I've been stressing this whole time, so it makes no difference.
I'm going to need to see those papers of yours.
Just kind of dig in his pocket, hand them over.
The Dullahan unfolds them with one hand, looks over them. These papers aren't out of date. They've never existed. Now, Kitsune, you mind telling me who you are? And we are going to go on break now.
Hey, wait, hold on!
Break time!
Be back in about 10 to 15 minutes, and we'll see you then.
And we are back.
So, Ro.
Yeah.
You know the ritual's finished.
Uh-huh.
And you hear from the gun. You look over and you see the wood and the barrel have split and twisted apart.
Sorry, Houdini was coming in. She
Okay.
ruined the dramatic tension
Yeah, cats do that.
by being a baby. So... Hold on. So...
All right, that was great, actually.
Needed to get some chapstick.
So it's like... So my gun's just broken?
You see that your lever action rifle is ruined.
Oh...
Do you have another gun?
Maybe? I don't recall! Wait. I can fix it. I can fix it. Okay. Well, Rose very much sadly looking at that, but is gonna forget about it for a minute and look at the body with her fingers crossed. Like, maybe.
The body lays inert and unmoving. And you watch as the body sits up and then extends the crossbow arm that it has and fires off several bolts into the drone storm that is circling around, and it goes, "Thank you very much."
No problem.
Hold on, let me see if I can find that token real quick, because I did make one for Opus.
It's like,
Open,
is that your... Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Did we...
Oh!
Okay.
You guys weren't here for that part!
No,
That's
I
what
had no
we're
idea.
doing, by the way.
It is in fact a gun.
I had a guess, but... I mean, well, now that he's out of the gun, I can say we all knew he was, like, living. We weren't supposed to tell you. I'm sorry.
Fucked
If
up.
we told you, he would have tried to, like, get out through you, and we didn't want that to happen.
Well, I figured it out!
You did. You
Well,
did.
I mean, yeah.
This is honestly the best situation anyone could have hoped for.
Yeah,
How did you guys know?
When did we
Hongaron told
visit
us.
Hongara?
yes, it was.
We told you we weren't supposed to tell you.
He said it would try to do stuff to you, and we didn't want that to happen.
We didn't want you to become Gun.
We didn't want you to be Gun. We want you to be Ro.
Yeah.
Strong? I could have won.
Clearly you are.
Obviously. That's not
I mean, you can't be too mad at us. You withheld this from...
Yeah,
That's
I
fair.
did because I felt like you guys were gonna try to do something about it because you didn't
Actually-
trust God in the first place.
Honestly, this is the best solution.
Well, it all worked out.
Everything's fine
He's
now.
got his own body and not yours. Hi.
That was
She'll just wave at Opus. She'll wave at Opus.
Opus.
Hello,
I have been
Opus.
politely allowing you to talk, but I will point out I am a woman. Thank you very much.
Oh, I didn't know that. I'm sorry.
There you go.
Hello.
How,
Okay.
how
It is
dare
okay.
you? Why are we
And
seeing
I'll
people's genders
remind
now?
you. I'll remind you all. The body that Opus is inhibiting is female.
That's
Fair.
fair.
It does look feminine.
That's fair. She,
Also, the
her.
heart it came
Her
from.
pronouns are
wasn't
she,
it?
her. Okay.
And a girl boss, so.
It is quite the girl boss.
Opus is a girl boss!
Hi, Opus. Sorry.
It is fine. It was an accident.
Oh my
That is
I
all.
just realized this is the first time everyone else is getting to talk to you.
Yes. I am Opus. I was inhabiting the rifle for some time.
Ro's just gonna very sadly look over at the pile of scrap that is now the rifle.
It is ruined. It will also not work as well without me inside of it.
I could have told you that part.
I'm gonna raise my hand a little bit. Hi and hello and all that. However, there is another problem, which is there's a dog that's gonna come back any second now.
It's actually.
Ah. That could prove to be an issue.
And I guess someone who's attached to said dog. Wait, where's Mercy?
It's just
And
as
Haru.
That's what I've been raising my hand for.
Yeah, no. She's literally like, where's Mercy and Haru? Because I came separate from everybody else, so I don't know who's here and who's not.
Great question. Mercy, what's the situation over there?
But I've been raising my hand because the second I heard the chaos and Mercy's picking up the artificer and coming up to see what's going on.
So you guys, I'll point out the chaos has stopped. You know that the drone storm is going to come back in at some point.
And so is the dog's gonna come back. Because the dog's only vanished for an hour, so.
A minute.
A minute.
A
It's
minute.
I meant a minute. I meant a minute. I don't know why I said an hour. I meant
If
a minute.
only it was an hour.
No, I
If
was,
Alright.
only.
All right, what are we doing?
I was
Mercy.
trying to bring her upstairs, but I can't bring her upstairs since I can't move the token.
I would leave. It's time to go. Take the woman and her stuff and leave.
Man, you know what? That's not a terrible idea. But
You
do we
make
know if
it
it's
sound
safe
like
to
you're
go-
not coming with us.
I could. Mind you, it would not be a good idea for me to stay with you the entire time.
Just putting it out there, you have full freedom of autonomy to go wherever you want. You don't have to stay with me. You don't owe me anything. We're friends. You can stay if you want, but I will make you.
I understand. Ro. We are friends.
That's cool. We're both on the same page on that one.
If I'm to stay, I will be staying of my own choosing. But still, it may be a good idea to make our way back onto the teleporter pad for at least the time being. Let us go now.
Yeah.
I'm good with leaving.
So are you guys all going to grab the artificer, grab her stuff, and get going?
Yeah. Actually, do we have? She has a bag, right?
The artificer?
Yes. Does she have
Yes.
like a bag or something? Cool. I'm gonna grab
Yes,
the
she
bag.
also visibly has a gun with her.
Hand that to Ro. Someone take the gun off her and hand it to Ro. But I want the bag. I want to look through the bag.
Okay. Looking through her bag, you note that there are various spell components. I almost said artifacts. Various spell components, glassware, several bits of scrap material, what have you. A lot of paperwork. A lot of paperwork. But that is what you immediately will note in the bag. It'll take a little bit more time to search through it properly.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Well, we're gonna get on the pad, I think, right, guys?
Joe, were you about to say something?
We're good.
You're good? Okay. So yeah, are you guys all just gonna grab the lady, get going?
I think that decision was already made, yeah.
All right.
Yeah. All right.
You all hustle back through the teleporter pad. You find yourselves back at the tower in... There we go. Back in the tower. You know that you're not sure how much time has passed in between the actual ritual going through and the actual and Haru going off on their own. But right now you see Opus is there with you. And there's also the bound and gagged body of the Artificer.
I have a weird idea.
Yes.
The elevator, is it separate from... So the elevator to go up to the 11th, like the... I have a weird idea. Is get on top of the elevator, right? That goes up to the 10th floor before we have to switch over to the other thing. And maybe use pass wall to get to the next floor through the ceiling / floor.
Yeah, you're asking if the elevator shafts are like one on top of the other. So
It couldn't be one on top of each other, or else then it would have to keep going up.
Yeah, but there's still something above it.
There's a floor, but we don't know where it leads out to, and that sounds like a really bad idea. Considering the next floor, I think, is after the 12th floor is the dormitories where people are at.
Could be.
Is it possible to use the map to see if we can see the floor above?
Nope.
No.
Okay.
Single
Never
floor
mind
only.
Then. Never mind then.
So the Artificer is present. Ro, the gun was handed over to you.
Take it.
Okay. Allow me to give you the item card.
Okay.
You are handed this gun, and as you're handed it, you immediately note that there is something a little bit different about this weapon than your.
It's another sentient gun.
It talks
It's
to you.
a second.
Round 2.
Yes. Tell me your secrets, bro.
This time it's evil.
This gun doesn't talk to me. It's weird.
I don't like this one. It's worse.
Now I'm alone with my thoughts, and that scares me more than anything.
I don't like this. This gun is it is a pistol in design. It has a kind of vaguely ergonomic shaped handle, and this kind of like wavy wood grain pattern to it. But the oddest thing about it is the actual barrel itself. The barrel is large, about yay tall, and very squared off, but you do not see a chamber like on a revolver, nor do you see a clip. You just see a side gate where you can put bullets in. You don't see how it holds. Looking at it, you couldn't see it holding more than 1 or 2 shots. And as you're holding it, you also hear this very faint ticking sound from inside of the gun.
Oh my god, it's a bomb. Oh my god.
I knew it. It's gonna die one day. I knew I was gonna be killed by a gun, but not like this.
I have so many questions about how your brain works right now.
Okay, when you hear something ticking, what the fuck's your first thought?
Yeah, in fairness, I also was like, oh, it's a bomb.
I thought it was a clock noise.
Like Captain Hook with
like
that.
a clock.
Time
That
bomb.
move. Has a clock on it.
Hey, we're both right. It's a bomb clock. Clock bomb.
Get a gun.
Clock bomb.
No.
That's the weapon's name.
Clock bomb.
Clock bomb.
No, I have added it to your inventory. It is listed as the smoking gun.
Of course it is. Boo.
And as you hold on to it, you see that from the barrel and the actual side gate itself, you see that it begins to emit a small stream of pale white smoke. And if you want, I can actually paste a proper picture of it into the chat, if you'd like. If you guys would all like to see this.
Yeah. Please. It's our gun now.
She has
So let me find that picture real quick.
May I just say, I know that
Doesn't
Opus
like me.
is no longer in Old Gun. Very, very heartbroken about
Yeah, sorry, buddy.
my rifle. I'm very sad.
Especially since you don't really have a weapon right now. You have one gun.
I have a little gun, but it's not as good as my fucking rifle.
If Opus visits at the estate, will you give her the bed that she used to sleep in? Like,
You have this.
It's a little
this is
small.
yours.
I can't fit in this anymore.
You're gonna have to use enlarge reduce on it just to give it the
It would
size.
need like 3 enlarges at least.
Just a little bit, yeah.
Rudy just does it 3 times.
But actually, I do have a weapon. I've got the dead man's handshake.
You also do have one gun.
I do have one gun, but it's a little
mean,
baby piss baby gun.
It's a pepper box.
I mean,
babies.
the gun that you're being handed is, we're killing this lady, so she's probably gonna die. So it can be your gun.
Well, it's my gun anyway. Even
Yeah,
if
it's like I
my
think
gun.
I think they have
We're
the gun
past that point.
anyway.
It's your gun. Yeah, it's yours. So like you have a gun. I don't know how good it is.
Possession is 9/10 of the law here in Vermute.
Is that how it works, guys?
That is how that works.
If she wakes up and goes, "Give it back," I'm not gonna
I mean,
be like,
she's
"Ah,
awake.
man."
She's
To be
awake.
fair, Connor, according
Yep.
to my mom, it's yours if it's in your hands and you don't get caught by the police.
And there's no
There
cops
you go.
here. God.
There you go.
That's not entirely wrong.
Hey,
We're not cops though.
Or corporations. You don't get caught by corporations.
Corporations and cops are the same thing.
You're not
So,
wrong.
I've pasted it into Discord, and I will paste it right there into the chat log. But you also note that above the trigger guard, apologies for how long that took, above the trigger guard there is what appears to be a face. It's a simple depiction of a mouth, nose, and eyes, all kind of half closed, with smoke rising up out of the actual face.
Really, really subtly, when Rogue gets this new gun and sees this little face, she goes, "Hello?" And like waits to hear if anything speaks back, just out of habit and also like caution. It's like, oh.
Don't worry, attunement doesn't apply until after the next short rest.
Mm-hmm.
And then it starts talking.
We do this if we can. So we're back in the tower. This would be a good chance to at least let a couple of people catnap if we can make sure we're secure. Because I would like spells back.
Hard to break.
All right.
Ew.
So, Ro, you are holding this strange new gun. You realize it's an attunement weapon. You are fairly confident of that. But you also feel like there is something a little bit different to it. Here's my question for you all. Are you going to try and take an hour's rest, or do you want to try and find out where Haru is first?
I don't think we should leave the squishy fox by himself in a danger tower for an hour.
Are you sure?
Positive.
I agree with that, actually.
What do you
It's
mean?
the
What's
hour of
problem,
Danger
guys?
Tower.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter. We still have the artificer.
Yeah, and we also didn't spend that long on the other side, so this tower's still clearing out, probably. And on a meta perspective, Haru's still probably working his way up.
You all note that while the artificer has been set down, Opus appears to be making their way over to the artificer and is currently removing their coat from their person, as well as a couple of bandoliers that they have, and is basically taking their shit.
I like Opus.
And they
I learned this
then
from
notice
you.
the sleeves on it and notice that they kind of restrict their movement, so they then just kind of rip off the sleeves. So now they have this essentially like a duster coat with like leather bandoliers.
And the coat has no sleeves.
No sleeves, no.
Of course.
Could always fix
Feel-
him, actually. Right.
I like
Gays
Opus.
stay winning. The gays never lose. We
No.
can't lose. We win.
We lose occasionally.
No, we don't. Only win. We gotta
I
look me in the eyes.
don't know what the best option for me would be, but at the very least, with this coat, I might be a little bit more passable. I can come with you if you really want, but that is entirely up to you.
Wrong. That's up to you. Affirmations. You make your own choices.
I'm aware I make my own choices, Ro. I do
just
appreciate you
really-
telling me this.
I'm asserting this and making sure. I feel like you were just, as weird as this sounds, I feel like you were like just born. Which I don't like the imagery of that at all, but now you're like a
It's-
person. Choices.
Does that mean you guys were the birthing room?
I
Let's
am
not
a doctor.
continue this conversation. I...
Who cut the cord?
No, stop!
Ugh. Stop.
Quit it. Quit that.
It's very gross.
Yuck.
Now, I will point out I don't feel like a newborn. I have information, but I lack a history, I suppose is the best way of describing this.
Okay, well, I don't like making choices for other. I would. Rose trying to figure out how to be like the most like
Polite.
accommodating and polite.
Do you want her to come with us?
Yes, but also if anything happens to Opus, I might fling myself out a window. I'm not sure about that one yet. I'm thinking about it. Hypothetically.
Again, I would prefer you not do that.
Well, and I would prefer nothing bad happen to you. You
I
know,
will
it's
be
like kind of
fine.
Opus
Will
looks
you
strong.
Yes.
I can say that.
I am not strong, I am capable, though.
Okay.
you are capable. Okay. Oh my god. Okay, you can with
Also-
us if you want.
Ro, please stop looking at me like you're my mother. This is
I'm
very
so
awkward.
proud of you. You have a whole body now.
Stop
Oh my
this.
god.
Ro,
We fall into- Oh my God. Quit crying and listen.
Pearl's gonna be so. Oh, you can hold Pearl. Okay, yeah, you can come with us. You can come with us if you want.
Why
It
don't,
was like got the vapors and it's like fanning or something. I'm just. Yeah.
why don't we have Opus follow the same rules as Siga? If it gets bad, bail. Leave the bad stuff to us.
Siga. Siga's with Haru, right?
I don't know. Siga, if you're here, touch my
Uh,
hand, please.
I actually don't know where Siga has gone.
usually not a good thing.
No, I was always able to keep attention to Siga. She is strong. She is not here. She did not follow us. I do not think she followed Haru.
Oh
Your
no.
bomb's on her.
I mean, knowing Sika, probably. Probably.
I could call her.
She doesn't have a comm disc.
No,
I
not to my
send it.
knowledge.
I can. If we have.
Should we be worried about
Ro,
her?
Yeah.
in the matter of this conversation, you feel the smoking gun attuned to you.
Another quiet whispered, like, hello?
It does not speak to you.
Thank God.
But you are now aware of several things about this gun that are notable. The smoking gun, it does 2d6 piercing damage. It is a dexterity weapon, of course. It does an additional 1d4 necrotic damage on a natural 20 in a 5-foot area around you. It does a burst of necrotic damage as well. And once per day, let me make sure I get this part right. Where are you? And once per day, you may fire an overcharged bullet from this as an action. You decide a point in space near where that bullet lands and may let loose a burst of a 20-foot radius explosion where everything in that area has to make a constitution saving throw or take 10d10 necrotic damage.
Damn. God damn.
10d10?
10d10?
Oh my
20-foot
god.
radius con save?
Holy shit.
Is it
Damn.
half on a failed or half on a success? Or
Yes.
Did you
of
put that
course.
information on the card?
I will do so.
Thank you. So that way we can review it, because we will forget
'Cause
everything you just said.
You said the first thing and I remembered it, and then you said the second thing and I forgot the first thing, and then you said the third thing and I forgot the second thing and the first thing, and then you said the last thing and I forgot everything.
I'm
More information, my brain goes, ah!
I was like, holy shit, that's a big boom!
I want you to
Break
know
it
I
down.
heard none of it, because I was thinking.
36
Can I-
piercing damage,
can
dex
I-
weapon, 1 for necrotic.
Can I just say I'm really, really glad she never got to shoot that gun?
Oh, that's kind of where the next part comes in. Hey, Ro,
Uh,
can you quit worrying over Opus for a second?
yes. No, yeah. Well,
Please.
no now, actually. Out
Well-
of spite.
Ro, I need you over here.
Yeah.
And Mercy's going to take the wooden mask off the artificer. Put it back in the bag. And go, I would like your help interrogating. And Mercy's just gonna kind of give Ro a hard look and go, because we need the mask. And she's gonna... to understand, you know?
Yeah.
And hope Ro picks up what Mercy's putting down.
Ro just goes, I'll be your muscle. We're just gonna stand there.
And before I remove the gag from her, Mercy's gonna go, hey Gale,
Hmm.
be prepared to strike her if she starts slinging spells.
All right.
Again, I'll just not want to work.
Dea sees this like interrogation starting to happen. She's gonna like real quick make sure the room is empty and then lock the door.
This is what the
Or-
teleportation room essentially. It's small, but you guys have enough room for all of yourselves, and you can just lock the door.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
I hope I don't sound like a robot. I don't. Thank God.
No.
No, you're good.
And
actually,
she can't teleport because
Yeah,
it's
Dave's-
forbidden.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
Dave's gonna look out. Just be.
yeah,
like
I
a
was gonna
lookout.
say, could you just do a...
Yeah, she'll make sure no one tries to come in. They shouldn't, because it's out of work. But you know.
After all that's been done, Mercy is going to remove the gag and go, so which of my things do you think was the coolest, out of curiosity?
And Ro is actively listening to her.
She immediately goes, "That's not yours. You can't have that. That's not yours. You can't have that.
Whose is it? Yours, or did somebody else make it?
It's not yours.
Is it? Yes, it is.
It's not yours. You can't have
Yeah.
it.
No, I can.
You can't have it.
Whoa!
You can't have it."
I got it.
Yes, Michelle?
While all of this is happening, can I be in a corner looking through the bag, like, more intently?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Why can't we have it?
It's not yours. It's not for you.
Who's it for?
Me?
Can I do an insight check?
Sure.
This is giving me weird vibes.
It's definitely for me.
Oh yeah, I do this at disadvantage, just a warning.
I was literally about to say, Gail's gonna insight check this too, because...
Go ahead, bro.
Sounds like
Dude, go ahead.
scrambled.
Can I guys... Well...
Yes, absolutely.
I don't know, I just...
all y'all
can go. All y'all can go for it.
Please.
It's a natural 20 from Gail.
Hey!
Plus, like 2?
That's
3.
13 for me, which is not bad.
23 total from Gail on a natural 20.
15!
Still did better than Mercy.
This gum was made for me.
My God!
My gun!
My gun!
Ro is just holding it in front of her like, did this one? Did this gun? This...
You are a cruel individual.
Yeah.
Jill.
Do I need to roll an investigation check for, like, my shit? 'Cause I
No,
did.
that one's straightforward. Because you have free access to it.
Okay, cool.
So, all of you guys are getting some pretty weird feelings from this chick. Gail, you get a very weird feeling from her in a different sense. A feeling that you have had before. Not, like... It reminds you of how Mercy was acting when she was being influenced by the Hope artifact.
Oh.
Oh, fuck.
She's acting in that same kind of fugue state where they are very attached to it. But it's different, and you've never heard this one get mentioned by anybody. So you don't know what this is, and you don't know where it came from, but whatever it is has enough of a pull on this woman to act like an addiction almost, where she had it and does not want anyone else to have it now.
Right. But this one's scrambled. Like eggs on a breakfast.
Can you say anything else at all?
She looks at you and goes, "It's not yours. You can't have it."
One more time.
Mercy, we're not getting anything out of this one.
Fine. You think she's coherent under there at all?
No,
Or do you
without the
think she's
gun.
gone?
No, without the gun.
Well.
Has she been speaking for a minute, at least?
Yeah.
The funny thing is,
I will say yes for the
Connor,
sake of...
I timed it. That's why I kept telling you.
I was gonna give it to you anyways. Come on.
Rose just gonna nod at her and then in her own voice say, "I can have it. It's mine." And then turn her back and walk the one foot in the room.
She actually starts freaking out and screaming at this point, going, "No! No!
It's just gonna hit her.
Yeah.
Wait. Let's knock her out before we have to do what's next.
That's what Gail did.
Gail's trying to knock her out right now.
Okay, good.
Well, that's a 19 on the die plus strength.
Plus
4.
Roll damage, buddy.
Yeah. It's D6 plus strength, right?
Yep.
That's a 4 plus 4 for 8 points of damage.
8 points of damage. She's still up, but like clearly stunned after you basically socked her in the face.
Gail's just gonna hit her again.
No, we will say, since the restrained woman can't stop herself from being hit, you knock her out.
Okay, cool.
Because otherwise, I have to play through you guys bludgeoning a woman to unconsciousness.
Yeah.
It's okay. We're gonna kill her at this point.
Okay. Well, see, now you've made it sound much worse.
Well, we don't want her to be awake when we put the mask on. It feels cruel.
That feels cruel.
Yes.
That's the line.
Uh-huh.
That's where we draw the line.
What part of
You-
this doesn't feel cruel?
Hold on. Do you want to be actively awake as something rips off your face? Or would you rather be knocked out?
Wait,
Ro wants
hold
to
on.
experience everything once, baby.
She
What?
doesn't need to be alive for the mask to work.
I mean, we could kill her real quick.
Yeah, that might be a good idea.
The mask will kill her anyways, won't it?
I mean, if you can live without a face, I'm gonna be honest, you probably deserve to live because that's really impressive.
Just put her out of her misery if you're gonna kill her anyway.
Alright, fine. And Gale's just gonna finish her off.
I certainly do hope the mask does kill someone. Otherwise, this would be very gruesome.
It would.
The best part.
Yeah, I don't want to take that risk. I don't want to experience that.
Gruesome anyway.
Is it weird of me to say I kind of want to do experience if maybe she stays alive? That's never mind. I didn't say that.
Yes.
Yes,
I never
Ro,
said
yes.
that. That's fuck. Who would
Yes,
even
this is
say
very
that?
strange.
That's kind of
Hold on. Well,
I
is
lived
it out
inside of your head.
Yeah.
Well, I have a
So
question.
sorry.
Is it the mad scientist part of your brain?
Like a little bit.
Okay.
Just like a little bit.
No, the mad scientist thing would be, what would happen if I put this mess on a living person and cast regenerate at the same time?
Ah! This is gruesome.
That would be the mad scientist.
Gale, kill her, please.
Done. And Gale's just gonna,
Ender. Okay.
yep, snap her neck.
Okay. The woman. Is
Regardless, she worked for Aetirius, and for some reason, she lost her mind the second we took her gun.
Is her like papers in the bag? Are her papers in the bag?
Oh yeah, her identification papers are in the bag.
She'll like take them out and hand them to Ro.
Well, would you like to?
I wouldn't like to, but I will.
When you put it like that, no, but actually yes.
Yeah.
We should also hide the body.
They're not gonna know who it is.
I was just fully planning on like when we leave the room using locking the door, like using thieves' tools to like I don't know.
Lock the door behind you.
Well, it depends on what side the lock's on, but it would buy us time. I don't care if they find it later, but they just
Can
need
we
to
just
find
toss
it now.
her?
Yeah, that's fair, Dale.
Could we just toss her onto the teleportation pad?
Well, and one of the workers will find her.
It also works, actually. That works a lot better.
Well, I guess you could.
Does she have a comm disc on her?
It's not a communication disc. No, it's like a piece of stone that has some metal edging on it. But
Take
she
that.
does have something.
We'll take that.
Is it a sending stone?
And she'll hand that to Ro as well.
Face off.
Face off. Give me that face.
Face.
Yoink.
Take
Okay.
the face. I put
You-
a face on.
You remove the face from the woman. What a statement.
Yep.
And you are now in possession of a mask that will work for the artificer.
How different is her like fit from mine? Well, does the mask doesn't do clothes, it just does like physical.
It doesn't do clothes, but it does like physique.
Okay.
You can take her clothes.
Well, somebody's already taken a jacket.
Yes.
Somebody
You can
took
take
the
the rest of
jacket.
it, though.
I can take the sleeves. Just put the sleeves on.
I do not think this would be passable for disguise.
Is she wearing a uniform? Or was she wearing a uniform?
She has something underneath it. Like, Opus literally took her overcoat because she's a robot and does not have, like, genitals. She's just wearing a coat because it feels right.
Very cowboy of her.
She was a
Then-
woman human. Or
You should just need
humanoid.
to take the shirt, because I assume the rest of the uniform looks the same beyond the shirt.
If they made different pants for everybody, that'd be fucked up.
Yeah.
What if everybody here had different pants?
What?
That's fucked. Think of the budget for that.
We're talking about uniform styles, Connor. Not
What a
everyone.
How
What a
many different
statement.
pants can they have? Anyway.
Anyways, we're just trying to make sure that Ro looks as much like this person as possible.
Yeah, no, don't worry. You're good to go.
What's her name on those identification papers, so we know what people are supposed to call you?
God, this is a name I didn't.
God.
God, shit. Let me quickly pull up a name generator.
I like God.
No,
I think it's
it's not God.
Mark. it Rogue. Just
Yes,
kidding.
you could call
Don't
me
do that.
God.
Bad plan. Bad plan.
Her name is Chelsea Wells.
I'm in Chelsea now. Oh my god.
I'm so sorry.
That's my new identity. Based on.
So, you have the identity of Chelsea Wells, the artificer working for Aetirius.
Now we should go find Haru.
Mhm.
I don't know about the rest of you, but I don't like him being alone over here. Although he was supposed to message us at some point.
Well,
The building hasn't been cleared out yet.
not yet fully. So Haru,
Mm-hmm.
you, my friend, are currently in an office with a Dullahan.
Yep.
What are you thinking?
Since the Dullahan clearly have true sight,
Yes.
he's going to drop his Kitsune shapeshift and the glamored armor and look directly at the Dullahan, but he's doing kind of that kind of squinted eye look so that the Dullahan can't see his eyes clearly, because like the anime type thing where
Yeah. Or
There-
in
there are
fairness,
some-
in Haru's case, if you are blind, you could literally just close your eyes.
yeah, and he is going to say very calmly, the name that I'm currently operating under is Akira Ito, but you're not likely to find any reference to this name or any other alias. You see, I am a private contractor, and I was notified via dead drop by one of your higher-ups that there was a bit of insight into a potential rebel attack here, and he is specifically using artifact insight, not the word insight, so he's gauging if the Dullahan knows about the artifact.
Ah, I see. Okay.
And do have more saying, as you might surmise, I test out the security of places, and quite frankly, there is an entire laundry list of major flaws that you have on this premises. However, I'm not to report what these are to anybody, except for an individual named Roth.
You
Oh.
fucking madman.
Damn.
Okay.
Is he going to question that?
Okay.
Person who
Wow.
also doesn't know what he looks like.
So, first off, the Dullahan looks confused when you mention insight in the context of the artifact. He does not understand you. Second, roll me deception.
Alright.
You're good at that.
Well, better than you did earlier. Thank
Yeah,
you.
seriously.
23.
That is much better.
You only answer to Roth.
As is the case with dead drops, I can't exactly reciprocate the information, for I do not know who hired me for the job, and there is a concern that it could be a rebel who did such. To alleviate that concern, it has to be someone who is very high up within this organization. Otherwise, I could be leaking this vital information about security flaws to your enemies. However, I'm not yet finished with my rather thorough search.
And I suppose that since you're not finished with your search, you would request that I leave you be.
Certainly, though you are welcome to watch for a while if you wish.
So, Cody, this is Connor talking to Cody now.
Mm-hmm.
Are you trying to reverse psychology this man and convince him to just let you do your thing? Or are you actually okay with him watching you?
Here is the thought.
No, Rose over there.
If he is watching Haru, he cannot go off and tell about this to anybody else. Haru does not intend on going up to the 14th floor because the receptionist, it's presumably the most secure area and thus least likely to have any security flaws. Therefore, he's going to go up, finish out the 13th floor, go down back to the janitor closet to drop off all of the equipment he picked up, which he doubts the Dullahan is going to follow him there, because that means leaving whatever post he has up on the higher floors.
That's interesting. Okay. So the Dullahan will look at you and go,
Very well. Then I will monitor you as you perform your search.
And Haru is just going to... He is going to change back into this Clem, this industry. Just nonchalantly head out, pushing the cart, like lock the door behind after the Dullahan left, continue to the next room, just keep going. Occasionally he will write something on a piece, on like notepad, something that could be interpreted as like pertaining to the job, but not directly, like files out in open or loose handle on door, things like that, as he's just continuing looking through for the forbiddance. And he'll do this for the 12th floor and then the 13th if the Dullahan follows.
okay. So the Dullahan will continue to follow you for a majority of the upper floors, but once you go back to the elevator for the lower floors, will actually stop following you. But does appear to monitor you the entire time.
And he will say, Roth can expect my report by tomorrow morning.
Yes.
And just kind of as the elevator door opens, just kind of tip his hat, go in the Clem voice. Have yourself a good one, sir. Slowly get on the elevator.
The Dullahan says nothing but watches you as you go down.
Head back down to the 11th floor. And if nobody stops him on his way past the guards by the security checkpoint, just sort of tip his hat in acknowledgement, but otherwise continue on. Head to the elevator, go down to the janitor room.
Okay. You make your way back down to the janitor's room, drop off the stuff, and then is Clem going to then leave and then make their way back up to the teleportation room?
Yes, taking the stairs.
Okay. So, everybody else, what would you guys have done when you realized that Haru was not out in front of the room?
Well, no one's saying anything.
Sorry, I was recapping Jill because they went to
Okay.
go get a water.
That's okay.
I mean, my vote is still catnap.
Okay.
But
That's
'cause
only
I-
10 minutes, though.
yeah, well, yeah, but it would allow some people to take hit dice, and heal up, and it would allow me to get my
Catnap
spell
only
slots
works
back.
for one person, doesn't it?
3, and I can cast it twice, technically. So that I can get everybody except for... I can basically get everybody here.
I don't think everyone needs...
I don't.
I don't need.
I don't either.
Ro has health missing, so if you need to cast it on more than one person, Ro would be your next best.
'Cause I
Maddie?
casted- Maddie, how are you doing?
Did you take any
I-
damage?
No, I didn't take any damage. I just used some spells, but I didn't really expended most of my spells anyway, so
Mm-hmm.
I'm fine.
To switch over the spells from whatchamacallit, sorcery points to spell slots. Can you do that just at will, or do you need to do a rest for that?
No, I can use it as an action to
Okay, cool.
convert that. So
I was making sure because if you needed to do a short rest to do it,
I
we
can
would have.
do some right now. Let me double check what spells I'm missing in my list.
I can't
Yeah.
do anything unless we have an hour, because Arcane Recovery only works because I actively have to be doing it, so...
Yeah.
I will say, from an out-of-character standpoint, if you do Catnap, you will be an hour 40 in. If you do...
A rest, it'll be longer.
If you do a long rest, it's going to be 2 hours, 30 minutes in.
A short rest. A long rest would be very bad.
Short rest, you're right.
Yeah.
A long rest.
Long rest would be
Everybody come back to the
terrible.
building,
We'd be done.
and we're fucked.
Yeah, I mean, Catnap is fine if Dea needs it, and then Ro
Well,
needs it, and then someone else can take it.
Jill, which kitty
It's
is
just
it?
Houdini. Well, it's just like my argument is for catnap is because I didn't think we'd want to do a full short rest. People
No.
seemed kind of against that because we're waiting
I'm
for Haru.
okay on spells too, so...
I used both of my spell slots, and I would love
No.
to be just to have it in case, because I don't know when next we will. I don't know what will
I don't
happen
have
until
any.
we can
Well,
do
that'll
this
be my
again.
last 3rd level, but I still have my 4th, 5th. I still have 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 4th, 5th, 6th,
Yeah, you're down
and then
a lot of
bunch of first
spells.
levels. So
Connor,
Yes, John?
can I extend 9 sorcery points to gain back 3 second level spells?
I'll double check the way it's worded, but I believe you definitely can.
I can't fucking math. I'm just looking at a chart right now.
How do I numbers?
Number.
yeah, I would love a short rest, but if it's not feasible, it's totally fine. I can deal without a short rest. So
It's more that I
let
don't
me
want a
check.
short rest when
No.
one of our people are missing. That's the only reason
I
I'm
agree.
against
Yeah,
it.
we might be
agree,
able to do a
actually.
legitimate one later, but
Yes.
I genuinely agree. I don't think we should short rest. Catnap, yes. Short rest, no. But who wants to catnap?
Jolly.
Yes.
Yeah, you're correct.
Okay, so
Yeah, you did right.
I'll subtract 9 right now.
Let's do Dea and Ro then, because Ro's missing health.
Okay, but one more person.
I think everyone else is good.
I know you didn't take any damage.
Only thing I'm missing is luck, and that's long rest only.
I have missing 4 hit points. I think I'm fine.
Yeah.
Because I went to I
You
took
can't cast. Can you catnap on yourself while
yeah,
you're
it's not
doing
concentration. It's literally just putting you to sleep for 10
I-
minutes.
Remember, Hero's Feast
Hero's
is
Feast-
maximum health,
yeah, it's
not
max.
temporary
It's not
health.
temp, so you can get
Yeah,
that.
I
Hero's
guess I
Feast
could-
HP back.
I
Can
guess
I-
it could be the 3rd.
Then why
If
can't
Theodore's-
you use catnap to do arcane recovery?
Because it's something you actively have to do.
Arcane recovery actually specifies an hour to get it.
That sucks.
It's
Yeah,
not.
it
It's not
does.
just the act of a short rest. It is you are focusing on it for an hour.
Yeah, so it's fine. At least I'll get my hit points back.
And hopefully we won't have to do any more fighting until the actual upstairs part.
Yeah.
Or at least until... Like, Connor, you could look at me like that, but the thing is, we can just brute force the rest of our way through.
You can.
All right. So I will cast Catnap on me, Ro, and Dea for 10 minutes.
You can get your hit points back.
Not all of them. I don't think, right?
I mean, if you wanted to roll all the die, you could.
Because it's my hit die, right?
Yeah.
You have 14 hit die.
Fuck it. I'ma roll them.
I'm a roll him.
And provide you're in decently comphable location
Let me cast Catnap.
when you long rest, you can recover
And I
up
also
to
do
half
have
of
a
them.
use
You
of
want me to
slow
just
still.
roll 'em?
Because that's
Roll
from my
one.
that's from my thing, not from.
No.
All right. Where's my dice?
I
I'm
might
gonna
as
use
well
6
max
first.
out.
I think if
my
I just
health.
hit roll, it'll only be...
I'm gonna use 5 first.
Yes.
Rolls one.
Actually, no. I'll just use 4 because I have +3.
Yes. That's 10... Oh, it adds it back automatically for you.
That's fucking
Yeah,
sick.
it's neat.
Oh, I'm gonna just do it with that anyway. Then fuck it.
How much do you want to go up?
Yes.
Do you want to use some of your bard dice since you don't use them very often?
Fuck it, use them all. We're in the end game now for this
Where
one.
it says the, does it say? Okay. Oh, never mind. Okay.
Wah! I'm good now.
Okay. That's a... You've also got that temp 20.
Uh-oh.
Oh, that's also
I don't even-
true.
Yeah, so...
Fuck
Am
it,
I
keep
just-
rolling them.
Okay. Oh, that was bad.
So that... You were only 2
Oh,
short.
Okay,
so
I think I'm good. I'll
It's
take
right here,
117.
I think, right?
No, that's
I
how
rolled
many
3.
die you have left.
Oh.
You were 2 off of full health, which
Mm-hmm.
means you have 8 of that back.
I have 117.
You could do 1 more, or you can just leave it. Alright.
Because I know if I roll 1 more, I will be at max, but it's 3. It's fine.
Okay.
We're going
Hold on
on
a second.
Rose End as well.
Okay. I'm doing one thing, so give me a quick moment.
I know, she's cute, Joe.
Baby.
I do also have to ask, like, I mean, I would have gone to the floor under the top if I said 13 would have meant 14. Did he see on the map any room that looked like it was blocked off could be the inside room? And did he see...
No, you do not see anything from there.
And did he see forbiddance on any of the areas?
With
Like
detect
where-
magic?
Yes.
Yeah, you'd see that forbiddance is covering basically every single section of the fucking floors here.
But no, like, runes where it was cast.
No. I'll have him roll me an intelligence check if you'd like, though.
Alright, I'm process of elimination, both are probably on the floor above. Which is why he knows they're there somewhere. And
Probably on a floor above. There are a few ways they could theoretically do it without putting it in a visible spot, but it'd be a real pain in the butt to do that.
yeah, they couldn't seal it entirely. It would have to be someplace, and it would show up on the map.
Exactly.
So,
But yeah, I mean, you've got a pretty good idea of it's probably gonna be somewhere upstairs.
he knows both is somewhere in here, so he only has to check all but one, because if he doesn't find it on anything else, it has to be on the last floor. So, no sense in taking the risk and going up there.
Alrighty. So you guys are Ro, Dea, and who else? Who else is taking the rest? Erudite are all in the middle of their catnaps when you hear a. Someone knocks on the door.
He knocks back. It was an impulse, I couldn't stop this one.
Why?
I feel like when she does it, then goes, fuck.
Damn it! Why did I do that?
I mean, if there's nobody in the hallway or nearby rooms, Har would say in his own voice, the floors above are clear now.
Oh, it's you. And Mosey will open the door.
I did not
you
expect
see
you
Har.
back in this building.
We have a new friend. Because you missed all of that, Haru.
Oh no.
He can probably piece it together because he knew they teleported out.
Hello, Haru.
And what should I use as your name?
Opus.
Well, we've certainly met before. It is a pleasure to formally meet you this time.
Yes. I would say it is a pleasure to meet you as well. Did you know you are the only individual here I do not sense bloodlust from?
Wait.
I suppose most people have at least a small amount of it.
Vincent's bloodlust?
Though,
Opus
adventure
has always
is
been
more
known for
than
that.
most.
Yes. I can sense it from everybody else, but I cannot sense it from him.
Who has bloodlust?
Who has the most?
I would most certainly say Gale.
That's what I thought.
That's accurate.
It is a matter of... I refer to it as bloodlust, but it is... I believe now with my thoughts cleared, it is a little different. It is, capability of violence.
But Maddie's second, right?
No. What?
Maddie is certainly capable of very much violence.
Maddie
But no.
people alive.
Many of your front-line fighters tend to be higher up. Ro would be somewhere else there. Your spellcaster friends are a little different, though. I don't detect anything from Haru, though.
Haru, I feel like this is the point where I need to ask, have you ever actually directly hurt someone?
Yes.
Beyond the frog.
I don't forget things.
Haru, I can say without a doubt, you've never attacked a humanoid.
He had... Not a humanoid, he did finish off a red cap.
Yes, only a red cap would be the closest you've ever come.
And he would... Yes. Well... In what context, precisely? For... I have... lied about things that have caused financial loss to people. Which the party knows because of the trickery in Elysium and like getting the repairs to the boat.
Still
But it
a
is
wild way to
also
say that, man.
it is also a way to avoid it. It still is harm, just not physical. And he doesn't have to say anything directly about physical harm.
Oh, Jill, show us that cat.
Yep. No. I'm coveting her. She's mine. Look away.
I gave you Opus.
And I keep Houdini. That's the deal.
Harlot. How dare you! Yeah!
Cat!
She's upset. She was sleeping.
Oh.
And
She was not.
Though,
She was attacking my hands viciously.
I will also say, I do have some further information. I've confirmed that the location where Insight is being kept and the runes for the Forbidden Spell are most likely on the 15th floor, as I encountered nothing that would resemble either on any other floor. The Dullahans have capability to use True Sight, or True Seeing, so any sort of invisibility or illusions you might use to deceive them will not work. They'll all have to be physical disguises, if anything.
Good to know.
Very good to know. Two things. One, this means once we run into some Dullahan, we're pretty fucked. So. Two, Haru, did Siga go with you?
I did not sense her presence with life sense. So unless if she has found a way to become a construct or undead, most likely no.
Oh, cool. We've lost Siga.
Am I still sleeping? Are we still? Are Catnapper still sleeping? Yes.
Yep.
Okay. Alrighty.
Alright.
Well, I did not encounter any trace of her on the higher floors. And I did not hear any commotion, so I doubt she ran into any Dullahan there unless if she was caught by surprise, but knowing her, that is unlikely.
Until she did something, she had my invisibility. Gale?
No,
Maddie?
that all makes sense on my end. I'm just thinking.
I gotta ask.
I know it's a surprise to me too. I really.
I was hoping one of you two had thoughts, but if you've got them, go first, Gale.
I think we're running out of time, honestly.
Kinda feels like it.
I will also say that at least the standard Dullahan have no idea about the artifacts. Presumably only the ones very high up do.
Hey, how did you intentionally get caught?
I was not caught in any sort. I simply had a conversation.
Fair enough.
Son of a bitch, but fair. Maddie, any thoughts about going forward? I know the three that are asleep definitely will.
We're gonna have to go at some point. Like, sooner.
When they get up, we go to move. And quickly.
Let's use Rose disguise as long as we can.
Mm-hmm.
And then we can move from there. I guess just be prepared for firefights from here on. Not, well, maybe literal firefights with Maddie, but... You think they have guns?
Probably.
Most certainly.
Oh dear.
Great. I
And I
love
would
guns.
not worry about having firefights. After all, most of this building is stone. Fire would be dangerous, but not terribly dangerous.
Oh no. It's Gale 2.0.
If we do get past the floor where the dormitories are, in some way disabling the elevator for a time would prevent them from easily getting reinforcements up there.
Any ideas on how to do that? Because my only thought is Gale fucking up the elevator, but that would mean no way out for us.
Mm-hmm.
The other three might have ideas, but...
Haru, you've talked about this forbidden spell that keeps things from teleporting places.
Indeed.
Is it just in an area, or is it tied to like a physical piece of the building?
The spell is cast using a ritual. You have to lay out the materials in a specific pattern, and after casting it for 30 days consecutively over the exact same area, it becomes permanent, and those materials become runes in that location.
So, if we break the runes, spell's gone, right?
I'm not certain exactly how it would operate with forbiddance, but certainly if you break where the runes are, there is no cover to keep anybody from dispelling them, if it hasn't ended from the runes being gone.
Right.
How long have they been asleep once Connor's done blowing his nose? Sorry, bud. I have a question because it's important that I know how long they've been out.
Have you considered stop being sick? Have you thought
Shut the
about?
fuck up, Gavin.
I can't.
Have you considered it?
I can't yell at him. I was sick most of last week and had an ear infection.
How long have they been asleep? Probably about 5 minutes now.
Cool. Mercy's going to take off her chest plate and go, you guys continue brainstorming. I'm gonna check on insight.
Alright.
Well,
So, here's my thought.
Okay.
We get up to the top floor, right? I break the elevator, so there's no other way up. We take care of what we need to take care of. And then, wherever these runes are, I just break them. Because if it's coming from the rune, it's like a water source, right? If you hit the source of the water, if that's not there anymore, water's not going to be pouring out. So if the rune's gone, there's no magic to stop things from going, right?
True, it's like the the casino basically, right?
Right.
In a way. So
Right. So if that happens, we can teleport out of here. And we're golden. And there's nothing that they can do about it.
failing that, simply make a wall in the building and jump out. I believe that we have multiple means of falling slowly.
True. Plus, then we're on the ground to just get the fuck out. Easy as that.
Now, there is a bit of additional information, which I have gathered from overhearing conversations or talking with different people throughout the building. The military is being sent out throughout the streets to give citizens a shelter-in-place order, or in some cases evacuate. It is likely to assume that anybody who is caught without reason in the streets is to be considered part of the rebellion, and they may very well be occupying residential buildings with people who use firearms.
That's fair. And really, we just have to get out here quickly. That's all we ought to do. Plus, whatever it is that we're doing, and especially if we make it as big as it sounds like it's going to be, we'll be fulfilling our end of what we said we'd do for the resistance.
Despite these rather drastic measures, the civilians within this building haven't yet been evacuated. The additional staff, like janitors.
How many How many people is your companion Erudite able to teleport away?
Great question. I have no idea.
Well, I'm
More than one,
considering,
though.
with me and Siga here, would she be able to teleport everybody?
She's got the one where she just opens it up and everyone walks through. I'm assuming that'll work.
And if that fails, plane shift does work for you and up to 8 creatures of your choice.
We also got the portable hole, which technically, I don't know, you need to breathe in there?
If all
You
else
have-
fails.
You have 10 minutes of air in the portable hole, but unlike a bag of holding, it is not split amongst the creatures in there. It's 10 each.
All we need to also do, if none of those are going to work, I just need a tree. I can get everyone out. Doesn't matter how many.
Sadly, I think a tree may be difficult to find in this area, but
Well, that's kind of what I was thinking.
keeping that in mind.
Sort of a last-ditch effort sort of thing. Honestly.
Does anybody happen to have the spell Summon Tree? I would imagine not.
No, yeah, but I'll put it on my list.
I'm in the business of preserving life, not creating new life.
Would a treant count as a tree in the purpose of that spell? God, I hope not.
Technically speaking, it is a tree.
Oh God, no!
However, presumably if it was unwilling, you would have to do a pretty significant contested check against it.
Jimmy will fuck.
Now,
Just like smacking you, like, no, stop it.
weirder question. Could the treant use the portal that was in itself to go through the portal?
It would have to enter it self-Ouroboros style.
It has to be a ginkgo tree to be flexible enough to get in there.
I like this.
Like,
alright.
although swallowing its tail and disappearing from the world, it just goes whoop.
At about this point, the others will wake up. Yes, Jess. You wanted to
Open the eye.
got it.
Inside.
So you
While
were
they've
trying
been
to peek
talking,
on
so we
insight.
overlap the last 5 minutes of sleep with.
Isn't it an automatic feel for insight?
An auto fail?
I think you did that the last time because he's like the way he's.
No, he just failed tremendously. I'm pretty sure.
Oh, okay. I remember.
It's not like he can do anything but seeing the eye.
No, he can't. He can't do shit. So you cast the spell. Use the power. And you feel your vision pull forward and upwards, and you find yourself in a room that appears to be dimly lit, but has a large tube holding some kind of liquid, holding the body of Insight, covered in tubes and cables coming off of their body. They appear to be old, significantly older than a human should be able to get to. They are aged to the point of looking almost vaguely mummified, is the best way of describing it. But you see that these tubes that come off of their body run elsewhere to other canisters and other machines, and there are then a few odd magical devices that are being supplied something from these canisters and tubes for some unknown purpose. But you'd also see that inside of this room there are two other people. One short, gray-haired gnome, wearing very nice, fine clothing, baby-faced despite his age, who has wrinkles all over his face, receding hairline, who looks very cross and very angry, and you also see the form of Wroth.
There it is.
Who, compared to this man, is comically tall. And they are both holding a conversation about something and stop suddenly and look at the eye. And you then hear the actual gnome go, "What the fuck is that?" And Roth simply responds in turn,
I do not know, but I would say it is likely an intruder.
"What else would you like to do? Would you like to keep watching?"
I just want to real quick, because I heard the conversation about ruins with Haru and Gale. Do I see ruins on anywhere in here?
Runes. Excuse me. There are runes inside of this room. In truth, actually, there are runes on a lot of things on the side of this room. Yes?
You can finish that thought, and then I have one more question, and then I'm probably going to pop away since they've seen me.
Gotcha. There are runes on a lot of things inside of this room, not just floor surfaces, but ceilings, walls, various objects inside of this room. This place is a marvel of magical engineering, more or less. It must have taken a lot of work to get to this level of fine detail.
Can I see how they got in?
How they got in?
Yeah, pad, elevator.
One single door. It does not look like an elevator.
Okay.
What floor is it on? Can you tell?
I do know how far up I went, approximately.
Yes. You see that it is... I will just say it is on the 17th floor.
2 floors higher than we've been. She'll sit there for a minute and watch them watch her. And if they say nothing else, pop out immediately. Ooh. Good news and bad news, guys. Good news. I know what floor he's on.
Alright.
17th floor. Bad news. Old Giza Man and Roth are both in the room.
Right.
Him, and they did see me. However, they did not seem panicked enough to be emergency evacuating shit.
Question.
Yeah.
What sort of container is this guy in?
Looks like really thick glass.
Right. Is it on the floor?
I mean, yeah.
Is it touching the floor?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
I know where we're going here.
Well, you can change things, right?
Yeah.
Udi
Right.
also has password
So-
if yours doesn't work.
Mercy. Mercy. You remember what corner where it
Oh,
was
I know
at,
exactly
right?
where he is.
Right.
Man.
So
Oh my god.
man.
we don't have to go there. We go to the floor below it. Ro puts me up. I break the floor. We kill him, and then we run. We don't even have to deal with him. And they'll think that we're going right at him, right? You said that they saw you.
Oh, absolutely.
So now they think that we're going directly for him when, you know, you do, I don't know what it's called, but you make somebody thinks you're going one way and then you go around the other way and you take them by surprise. Like Daya does in combat sometimes.
Are we awake for this, by the way?
Yes, you guys are.
I assumed the second I came back is when you guys were waking up.
Yes, yes.
It, however, is a little funny to imagine this conversation happening, and it's like, you can do that, right, Ro? Right. So-
Right. I thought so.
I mean, I have the password. I mean, that was kind of what I was suggesting. Let's go with the elevator. So, like, I like your. We have to figure out how to get up there, but yes, I like.
Right.
Make hole in floor, tube fall down.
Yes.
We could do that, or you could put me up there and I could hit it while you make sure other things, or we can just teleport out of there.
Okay, I will say, teleporting in this place is extremely difficult. So I don't know.
We're gonna break the rune.
Oh, okay, that works.
Or we could jump out the window.
We could do that. If we can't find the rune, if it doesn't work, we could jump out the window.
I will say, in theory.
I was thinking jump out the window, cast arcane.
We were literally talking about that on this side.
Arcane tunnel right to where we are, and then right.
It'd be like Portal, except you guys don't have have the long fall boots.
We have Featherfall.
You do have Featherfall.
Well,
we know because I don't know if Ro used other magic.
Hey, Ro,
I got one spell.
Oh,
I got one chance. When the idea of jumping came out, we checked. The problem is one spell slot, only 5 creatures.
Oh,
man.
I can fly though. That's the thing. So
if I don't have to go through a tree, I can teleport myself out to change where I'm going and slow myself down.
I also can summon a celestial spirit. And
right.
If that fails,
Something is not the worst idea, guys.
If that fails, Death Ward.
Hold on. I have to check a couple other things. Well, you can only do how many people?
5.
Okay, so Maddie, you've got wings.
I also have an umbrella, and I can just give it to somebody.
That's 2 of us down. Gale, you can do shit.
Right.
Oh, you can do your own shit. We've got me, Rudy, Ro, Dea, Opus, and where's Siga?
And where's Siga?
We don't know where
Don't know
Siga is.
I can also summon,
Yes.
if I have spell slots left, I can
If
summon
you would
Big
like, I could attempt to find Siga.
Yes. Maybe?
If the only thing that are here are people like you, or not like you, but like the Dullahans that can see people and when they're not there, Siga's in trouble.
The odds of them being caught become much higher. I have a better chance of blending in, at least visually.
Right.
But Siga has no chance.
Well, she's probably known. They probably have like a picture of her in their office.
A big picture of Siga on a bulletin board. That says,
Yes, very convenient. They always seem to have a very large picture of the person they're looking for in the office at the time that they show up.
Especially ornately
Oh,
framed.
this is sassy, Ro. She's
I learned it
sassy.
from Ro.
I was gonna say he's been around Ro a long time, so.
No, I could very well go and find Siga, but I would not be able to assist you if you had me do this.
Probably for the best.
I think Siga's safety is...
I believe you underestimate how effective I can be in combat.
Okay, it's either I get to see my very cool friend. I think it's like I'm like a mom now. Oh my god.
You're not a mother.
Oh my god.
Hold on. Well, I need you to look at me. You are not the mother of this gun.
You are not the mother of this gun. I'm not a gun either.
Sorry, Opus.
That's
You
fine.
are not the mother. Opus was literally made from the heart of someone else, if you explained that correctly to me that night.
Yes, this is correct.
Yeah.
Therefore, you literally had almost no part in engineering Opus, except for putting it in this body.
Which I am so very grateful for.
I was gonna say the most important part is you actually freed Opus.
Yeah.
So therefore, that's more noble than being a parent, because
You are-
sometimes parents are awful.
You are more like an
There's been
individual
stuff
that a
done.
jailbreak.
Look at this group.
You're like a criminal.
Kale knows about that.
Right. My parents were great, except for, But that's pretty good. He's pretty good. But that's not what this is about.
Bro, you know
He
about
didn't
bad
know
parents.
about you.
Bro, you know about bad parents.
Bro, do
Gotta
you
give
really
him a
want to
little
be?
bit of
Yeah,
slack.
you guys
You
gotta...
really want to be
I-
a mom, knowing you're a mom.
Okay. May we move back on to subject?
Right, this is not the time to get introspective. Well, that's the biggest word I've said in common, I think, yet. Ro.
Yeah.
What are you... We'll give you a first vote and more votes.
I'm gonna say maybe go look for Siga, but if anything looks even slightly dangerous.
Do not worry, I will jump.
Good hope.
I did also buy her some skulls to help her get out of tight situations.
That's good. Right, so what we're saying is there's a chance.
I mean,
Opus, do
Siga's
you know
pretty
what-
capable at... Sorry.
Mhm.
Go ahead.
She
No,
is. She's pretty capable, aye.
My question is, do we know where how do we collect you once you found her?
I will attempt to find you.
Good call.
You know,
That'll be
to be
pretty
fair,
easy.
You know we're going up.
Bloodlust.
Yes, exactly.
I don't think we're gonna be quiet, so it's fine.
Oh,
no.
well,
Oh,
No.
do not worry. I don't believe that is an option anymore.
As Opus has been paying attention this entire time. And I will say, Opus does actually have expertise in perception.
Nice.
Opus's passive perception is... Let me double check.
is it higher than Deus?
No.
I'm checking that right now. I'm like,
That's
what's my
illegal.
It is a 20. And Dea would also become vaguely aware of this. You are starting to hear the sounds of metal feet moving along floors up above, going back and forth. And, like, not in a maintaining guard position, but more like a we're looking for people position.
Mm-hmm.
They are... we gotta figure something
We
out.
gotta go.
We gotta...
They are actively
um,
searching. Staying hidden will become much more difficult.
All in favor of Opus going to look for Siga.
Aye.
I'm
This
raising
is
my
fine.
hand, but yes.
That's why I raised two hands. The spirit took me.
It's too much. You know, I get it. You can't. It's hard. It's yeah.
I was literally about to ask if you were raising your hand. I'm so glad.
Jolly, we still need you to make an MS Paint hand that we can just kind of like scoot up.
Just a stick figure ad. You can raise your hand in the game, like.
Oh, you can!
Oh, I can, but
I will.
Why didn't we think of that?
I will say.
But visually, it'd be funny though.
Yes, it'd be hilarious. Are you
I just
kidding
want
me?
a stick finger hand going up.
Haru agrees purely because it means one less unknown factor in whatever happens.
Cool. We're all in agreement. Opus, we'll try to create enough distractions that you should have the least bit of trouble.
I believe we will all have to deal with what is coming.
This is good because I think we were supposed to cause a distraction at some point anyway.
We were.
Yes.
Oh, and we will.
And you will also need to light some kind of a signal. Miss Dea, I believe you can hear that as well.
Yes, they are searching the floors.
No, you hear an elevator
no.
coming down to this floor.
Elevator.
Right. We go now. We're going. Let's go.
So, you all begin to get your stuff ready and get ready to get out the door. We are going to be picking this up next session as shit is at the fan.
I mean, to be fair, right now, Rose still looks like the one person.
Yes.
Yeah,
this is
but the
true.
Dullahan will probably.
If it's a Dullahan and it's not just people wearing boots.
It said metal, though.
Metal boots.
Metal boots? Don't wear metal boots.
Look, we don't know what's about.
Yes, and Haru will say, unfortunately, I believe them catching on to your eye has blown the cover that I made.
Oh, there was already a cover being. They would have figured it out eventually. I don't think we had much time, and it's better to know exactly where he is than.
Mm-hmm. It's
So-
more so he can no longer just like lie about being someone else entirely if caught.
It's fine.
So, we will be picking this up next session. Thank you all for being here. Thank you to my lovely, lovely players. I love having you guys here. You make this game so much fun. Thank you very much. If you enjoy what we do, please pass the word around. Tell your friends. Follow us on Twitch. Join our Discord. If you really enjoy what we do, heck, you can even subscribe. But the biggest thing of all is if you do enjoy it, tell your friends. More eyes on this means that we can keep doing this more and put more work into doing this. I already do love working on this on my free time because I don't know, I've been bit by a bug that makes me want to create things. But really, if we could keep this going, that'd be super cool. We stream regularly, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, Fridays, Saturdays.
We stream a little group game on Tuesday, a horror game hosted by me on Wednesdays. On Friday, we will do a larger group game, and on Saturday, it's always D&D. With all that said, would my dear friends please just say bye, stream?
Bye, stream.
Bye, stream.
Bye, stream.